In the early morning hours of June 14, 2013, a deputy from St. Johns County Sheriff's Office found the still smouldering remains of a Cadillac on a remote logging road. In the trunk, the deputy found burnt human teeth and bones. The remains were later identified as belonging to 54-year-old Edward Scott Mullener. Investigators quickly learned Scott was part of a love triangle with Antoinette Hart and her boyfriend Justin J.B. Boyles. They also discovered that Scott had gone to Antoinette's home the previous night. When an argument broke out, Antoinette called Boyles to get Scott to leave. When deputies search Antoinette's home, they discover ammunition hidden in the bedroom of her roommate, 38-year-old Charles Danny Massey. Since Massey is a convicted felon, police arrest him and bring him down to the station to see if he knows anything about Scott's murder.
One's for you, one's for me.
That's all right.
All right.
I'm not reading. Thanks, man.
All right. All right. So, did anybody tell you why you're here today?
Yeah, something about firearms.
Yeah. You got a warrant out for you.
Yeah, I can't understand how they weren't in my room. I was renting the back half of that place, not the middle.
I understand. Let me do this, okay? I know you want to talk to me and you probably want to get some stuff cleared up and get some answers to some of the questions you probably have, okay? But because you are in custody, I need to read this to you, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used as evidence against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. You have the right to talk to an attorney and have him or her with you now or at any time during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If at any time you wish to stop talking or have an attorney present, all questioning will be stopped at your request. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand all of these I just read to you? Do you have a question on any of that? No? Okay. With these rights in mind, you want to talk to me now?
Sure.
Okay. All right. This is, I don't know if you've seen a copy of it or not, okay, but this is a copy of the arrest warrant that was issued, okay. It says possession of firearm by convicted in-state felon.
Right.
All right. Firearm or ammunition falls under that provision of the law.
Right.
Okay. You're renting that back half,
Yeah.
that back room. So if you go in that trailer on that side door off that front porch, okay.
Right.
You bear left, you go through the kitchen, you go down that long hallway.
Back.
That room all the way in the back is yours.
Back. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, there was some ammunition found in that room.
Yeah, I was kind of hiding it.
Okay.
I mean,
Why were you kind of hiding it?
because so nobody, just so it was hidden. I didn't want nobody else, to have any. How do I put it right? I didn't want the person with the guns to go out firing off.
Okay. And who was the person with the guns?
Well, JB was renting that middle room off. He was kind of staying with us.
Okay.
So,
And how did those guns get there?
I guess he brought them. You know what I mean? I seen the ammunition, I seen the guns, and I didn't think the two being together was going to be a smart move.
All those guns were loaded. I mean,
Were
whether
they?
you had the ammunition in your room or not, those guns were loaded. How long ago did those guns come into the house?
I couldn't tell you, man.
How long's JB been living with you?
It was a couple weeks.
A couple of weeks now? A couple of weeks being 2 weeks, 4 weeks,
About
6
3.
weeks?
About 3.
About 3 weeks? Okay. And today's, what is today, Tuesday? Yeah, I think it's Tuesday, June 18th. So was he living with you anytime in May?
No, I said it's, yeah.
If it's been 3
last
weeks.
Week, yeah, last week of May. Yeah.
Last week in May?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How is he as a roommate?
It was bad, man.
Yeah. How old is he?
20s, late 20s, I believe. More late 20s.
Trying to see something here. He was born in 88. And you were born in what?
75.
75. You're 13 years older than him. But yet, when I talked with you on think it was Friday. We were out there. You called him your brother.
Yeah.
Is he related by blood or?
No, we just known each other for a while. We used to be roommates about a year ago.
Okay.
We were roommates for a couple of years, and then I hooked up with my old lady, and we went our separate ways.
Okay. So how long is he? How long have you known him?
Probably about 2 years, 3 years.
2-3 years. How'd you guys meet?
Just walking around the neighborhood. He used to rent that, where I met you at my house.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right across the street, he used to rent that out. And I know everybody in the neighborhood, so I used to go there a lot.
Well, Hammock's sort of a small.
Yeah, you pretty much know everybody.
Everybody knows everybody's business
Yeah,
too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What kind of stories do you think we're getting out of the Hammock right now?
Stories?
Yeah.
I've heard a couple, man.
What have you heard?
Yeah, supposedly, I guess Scott Mulder's dead.
Okay.
Where his car was found, and they're blaming JB for it.
Okay.
And I heard that.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that,
Where are you hearing that from?
well, that's what Antoinette told me. I guess y'all picked her up the other day.
Well, we talked with her. But, she was with you just an hour or so ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, what has Antoinette been saying over the last 3 days?
Nothing. No, we've just been hanging out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you guys out in the Mondex?
Just get away.
Okay. No reason?
No.
Have you guys ever done that before?
Yeah.
Just abandon the house and...
Well, actually, I was working the other day. I'll be honest with you. My old lady came, and I guess y'all were flipping the house. And
Mhm.
that's when she just grabbed the dogs and we headed out there.
Yeah.
Because I don't like talking to cops, man. You know what I mean? I don't have a bad record, but
Mm-hmm.
I've done a lot of county time.
Have you? Okay.
Just stupid.
Right. Like what?
Just mainly driving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't had a chance to look at anything that you've been involved in, so you all right?
Yeah, I got bad knees.
Did you ever play football or anything? Or
Nah, just framing my whole life.
framing?
Yeah, construction.
Okay. I see your hands are a little nicked up too.
Yeah, it's just from working.
Right. Right. Okay. Let me ask you something on Thursday. What'd you guys do Thursday?
Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, me and my lady sat at the house.
Last week, Thursday. Do
That's pretty much what we do. We don't go nowhere. We got the money to.
you know where you were working Thursday during the day?
Yeah.
Where at?
Al Jennings, Palm Coast.
Who's Al Jennings?
That's a guy I do the work for.
Oh, okay.
It's a homeowner. I take care of his property.
Okay. Where does he live?
C-section.
Okay. So Thursday you were at his house doing some yard work?
Yeah.
Where in the C-section does he live?
Can't think of it right now.
Jennings?
Yes.
In the C-section?
Yes.
If you're coming from the Hammock, how would you get there?
Go over the bridge, make a left. Go past European Village.
Mhm.
It's go over the second bridge, and it's your first or second left. And then I think it's 4 streets down on your right. I forget the name of the roads back there.
So that would be, go over that second bridge. Those condos are on the left-hand
Yeah,
side.
past the condos.
Club Field.
Yeah.
Go down Club
Yes.
Field,
Yes.
and about 4 streets down, make a right.
Yes.
First one is Coral Reef Court, north and south.
Right. It ain't
Cloverdale. I can't remember the name of those streets anymore.
Me neither, man. I've been around.
So you go down 4 streets, you make a right, and how far down?
Yeah, it's all the way down at the end.
All the way down. He lives at the end of the cul-de-sac?
Yes.
Okay. C-section off Club Field. And what kind of work were you doing for him Thursday?
Thursday, I was finishing up handrails and painting. staining. He's redoing his exterior of his house.
Okay. And were you doing that all by yourself?
Yep.
Okay. Do you know what Justin, or you call him JB, right? He goes by JB. You know what he was doing Thursday during the day?
No.
Do you know if he did work at all Thursday?
I couldn't tell you, man.
Okay.
You know, I got home, grabbed some beer, and I said, me and my lady would hang out, we eat.
And
Get to the buzz.
what did you do? Well, what time did you get home on Thursday?
Normally get off around 4.
Okay. Well, on Thursday, what time did you get home?
About 4.
About 4.
Yeah, about a little after 4, probably.
And who was at the trailer when you got there?
Me and my old lady.
Just the two of you? Okay. Do you know where Antoinette or JB were?
No.
Okay. Is that uncommon for them to be out in the afternoon?
Yeah, I don't keep tabs on them.
Okay.
I stick to myself. Me and my lady, you know, I mean, we stick to ourselves.
Right, I understand
I
that.
don't get in nobody's business.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What time did you see JB or Antoinette on Thursday?
I couldn't tell you, dude. Like I said, I don't keep tabs of people, man.
Right.
You know.
Did you see them at all on Thursday?
I know JB had to have been there.
Okay.
You know.
What about Antoinette?
I'm not sure, man.
Okay. Did you leave the house at all after you got home at 4 o'clock from working at Al Jennings?
Yeah, probably went to the store, get some beer.
Which store would you go to?
Either Jiffy or Sitco. Chevron.
The one north of the Jiffy?
Yeah.
And then a Valero now? Kangaroo or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. I mean, those are the only two convenience stores in the hammock.
2 gas stations, yeah.
All right. So if you had taken a trip out on Thursday, how long would it take you to get there and get back?
Oh, I couldn't tell you, man.
All right.
Like I said, I normally don't. You know, once I get off work, man, me and my lady would just hang out.
I mean, would you be gone for like 6 hours?
Oh,
and then,
no.
It's just long enough to hop in the
Yeah.
car and.
Just take a walk, or you know what I mean, to walk the dog, take the dog up or something, bring him back.
So maybe a half an hour tops?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. What, excuse me 1 second, I gotta make a phone call real quick. I'm sorry. They usually don't work like this.
That's all right.
Wrong number. When you
Yeah.
Is that Mr. Jennings?
Sure is.
Okay. All right. So Thursday after 4 o'clock. Okay. Do you remember what you guys had for dinner?
No.
Okay. What do you think you may have had?
I don't know, dude. Like I said,
All right.
I don't study shit, man. Ain't no telling. No.
Okay. What?
I can barely remember what I did last night, man. You know what I mean? Or what I ate last night, you know? Just,
Right.
I just don't study, you know.
Yeah. So, what time do you think JB and or Antoinette got back to the house?
I couldn't tell you. Like I said, I don't pay attention to other people. Once I get home, me and my lady pretty much, you know, we hang out to ourselves. We'll cook dinner, eat, you know,
So-
watch TV.
What did you watch on Thursday night? Well, are you into basketball? Because the Miami Heat game was on Thursday night.
No.
They were down 2-1, and Thursday
I
they.
don't do basketball, man.
How many TVs are in your house?
3.
3? Okay. Where are they?
1 in each room.
Okay. One in the living room, one in your bedroom, one in the. Okay. All right. So. You hear something?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Is that a phone or? I'm sorry. It's like from a week ago. Okay, so you obviously know what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. You know,
I mean, Scott, I had nothing against him, man. You know, I'll be straightforward, honest with you.
okay.
I had nothing against the man. Him and I actually were friends. You know, we used to hang out.
Mhm.
5-6 years back. You know,
Why'd you guys stop hanging out?
just went our separate ways.
Okay. But you guys both still lived in the hammock, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we'd see each other at the store, say what's up. I mean, hell, he was my bunkmate, last couple months back.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 6 months ago or something like that.
Right.
You know, in jail.
Okay. So, I mean, what happened between you two?
Nothing.
No? All right.
I mean, say what's up at the store or passing, you know.
Mm-hmm. What was going on between him and Antoinette?
Him and Antoinette, they were seeing each other, kind of seeing each other. She had a couple boyfriends, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a few, actually.
Right. And what was going on between him and JB?
Him and JB.
Yeah.
They didn't like each other. I'm sure of that.
And why is that?
Because they were both sleeping with the same woman. You know?
Well, why doesn't JB not like anybody else in the hammock? Because I'm sure there's like 6 other people sleep with Antoinette
yeah,
too.
well, I'm sure he doesn't, you know what I mean?
Did you ever hit that?
Years ago.
Years ago? So why doesn't he have a beef with you?
That was years ago. That was, you know,
Okay.
I've known Antoinette. I've known the whole family for years, you know.
When was the last time you hit it?
Yeah, man, I had to be about 7, 8 years ago, if not 10.
Okay.
That's quite a while.
Okay. Back when she was actually fairly attractive.
Yeah.
Like she's gone downhill a lot.
Yeah, she ain't bad looking now, you know.
Still?
Still.
Really?
I'm Dave, man. I'm into
When was the last time you had your eyes checked?
Yeah, I'm into her sister, man. I'm into Cheryl, man. You know, that's my girl.
Okay.
You know.
Does Cheryl know that you hit that a couple years back?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we'll make sure everything's out in the open.
Yeah.
You're not
Man, you
gonna
gotta hit me up there with my lady, man.
you'll get hit in the head with a frying pan in the middle of the night one night. All right. So, I mean, what was the problem between JB and Scott? I mean, what was actually going on?
I couldn't tell you, man.
Come on, man. You live with the guy for
yeah, but I
for a
I
year?
don't get. No, he's only been a couple months.
Okay.
You know?
So he's been with you for a couple
Or
of
not
months.
a couple months, a couple weeks. Sorry.
All right, a couple
A few
weeks.
weeks.
But I mean, you guys hang out and
Yeah, if we weren't working together, we'd hang out. You know, eat dinner, watch a little TV, or listen to music.
mhm.
You know, then he'd do his thing. Like I said, I do my thing with my lady.
Okay.
I wish I could help, man. It's just like
So Thursday, you get home about 4 o'clock. You said, right? You, when you got home, it was just you and Cheryl.
Yes, I believe so.
And what time was it that JB showed up or Antoinette showed up?
I said I couldn't tell you, man. I just don't pay attention, man. I don't wear a watch.
I mean, was it daylight out, getting dark?
I believe it was daylight.
Still daylight?
Yeah.
Okay, so the sun hadn't gone down yet.
No.
Okay. Other than going to up to the Chevron to pick up some beer, what did you get? A 12-pack, a case,
Probably an 18-pack.
18-pack? What do you drink?
Bush Light.
Bush Light? Okay.
Or Bud Light. It depends how much money I got.
What's on sale?
Yeah.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
So, other than maybe taking a walk for a half an hour or so to go to the store and back again, did you go anywhere else Thursday night?
No.
You didn't leave the house at all?
Mm-hmm.
What time did you get up Friday?
Probably about 8 or 9.
8 or 9. Did you go to work Friday?
No.
You didn't go to work Friday? Okay. What time did you go to sleep Thursday night?
Couldn't tell you, dude.
What time do you think? What was on TV?
I don't know, man.
Well, what time do you normally go to sleep?
Every time I pass out, I fall asleep.
Were you the only one drinking this 18-pack?
Nah.
Who else was drinking it with
Me
you?
and my lady.
Did JB or Antoinette have any of the 18-pack?
JB was there. Yeah, he probably had some.
Okay. What about Antoinette? Was she there?
I didn't see her. I don't think I saw her.
Did JB leave the house at all Thursday night?
I couldn't tell you, dude.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Do you know what time he got up Thursday or Friday?
No.
No. If JB had a problem with somebody, okay, you calling him your brother because you known him for a couple years now and all that. If he had a problem with somebody and he wanted to send a message to somebody, would you go along with him to send that message?
No.
No.
No. I wouldn't afford to lose my old lady.
If he wanted to just scare somebody, would you go along to scare him?
No.
If he said, hey man, I really f***ed up, I need some help, would you help him out?
No. I wouldn't jeopardize losing my old lady. I mean, she's my world, you know what I mean?
I understand that.
I wouldn't jeopardize losing her at all.
Let me ask you a question. The ammunition that was in your room, you said you were hiding it.
Right.
Why did you feel the need to hide it?
Just in case something happened.
Like what?
Anything, you know what I mean? I seen it sitting out and I just picked it up and put it in my,
Where did you see it sitting out at?
it was on his bed,
On whose bed?
JB's.
Why didn't you hide the guns or get rid of them?
I didn't know where they were at. All I saw was a bag of ammunition when I walked by.
But you knew the guns were in the house.
Somewhere, probably, yeah.
And when did they come in the house?
I couldn't tell you, man.
Or when did the ammunition come in the house?
It was a couple weeks ago, about a week and a half ago.
About a week and a half ago? Did you ask JB where he got it from?
No,
Did you ask him where he got the guns from?
no. I said, don't pry into people's life, man.
After you took the ammunition, did JB say, hey man, what happened to the ammunition I had?
No.
Nothing like that.
No.
Isn't that kind of odd?
Yeah, I guess, a little bit.
There was a 22 caliber round in your room. Where's the 22 gun that goes?
It's old, man.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think I found that in the house or something. I just picked it up, threw it in my change dish. But yeah, it's way old, man.
So, well, do you know that JB brought those guns in the house? I mean, did he say, hey man, take a look at this or take a look at this?
No, I saw the ammunition. You know what I mean? I kind of figured he had them.
You knew he had them.
Yeah, I knew he had them.
How did you know?
Yeah, because
Listen,
I knew.
you've already been charged with this. You're not going to get charged with knowing that there was a gun in the house.
Yeah,
It's not going to be a secondary
Yeah,
charge.
I knew there was guns in the house.
All right.
Yeah,
How
I
did you
knew.
know that?
Because I did see him.
Okay. How did you see him?
He had them out one night.
He had them out one night.
Yeah.
Okay. What was he saying about the guns?
Nothing. He was just checking them out.
Okay. And approximately when was that?
I don't know, probably first week he moved in.
Okay. So you said around the last week in May is when he came in?
Yeah, about that.
I mean, what was he saying about the guns?
No, he was just showing me, you know what I mean?
Okay.
He had a new shotgun.
He had a new shotgun? Was he like cleaning it or showing it?
Yeah,
Or
just showed it to me.
did you ask him why he had the guns? No. Did he say why he had them or how he came about getting them?
No.
Did he say if Antoinette got them for him or
Nah, but I said I don't
where they
pry-
came from?
No, sir. I don't pry in people's lives.
Okay.
I keep to myself.
Understand that. Understand that. But sometimes being around other people, as you can see today, gets you jammed up.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I mean, there's a time and a place, especially being 38 years old.
Mm-hmm.
There's a time and a place to be loyal to your friends and to be looking out for yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And, you know, if he boosts the car stereo and he shows it to you, all right, maybe be loyal about hey, I don't know where that came from. He didn't show it to me. But when he's got 3 guns and some ammunition that jams you up, okay, maybe you start thinking about yourself and you know.
Well, like I said, I don't know where he got the guns from. I don't know how he got the guns. I never asked. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't pry into other people's lives. I try and keep my life simple.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to me, my lady, my dog. My dog's like my kid. And my dog's running around Mondex. You know?
Right. I hear you.
You know what I mean? I try and keep my life simple. You know, just trying to make it. Like I said, man, my lady's my world. Man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
We show up on Saturday. She's got to get the dogs out of the house because we're getting ready to get a search warrant for the house. What is she saying?
She was freaking. She wanted to know what it was about. I didn't know.
What was she saying to you? What was she saying to JB? What was she saying to Antoinette?
We were just trying to figure it out.
I mean, we come in on Friday asking where Antoinette is. She was in the trailer when we asked, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her,
Okay.
Yeah, her and my lady, they were kind of arguing, fighting. And,
What were they scrapping over?
I don't think sisterly love, man. We were pretty drunk. You know?
Are they scrapping over you?
Hell no.
Why not? You're a good-looking guy.
No, me and my old lady, man.
Okay.
You know,
I understand that.
but, you know, she's a little nuts, Antoinette. So
She's a little freaky, too, though. I mean, she slips in your room late one night.
I keep my doors locked, man.
Come on now. Be honest with me.
What?
If she came in your room one night and your old lady wasn't there, no?
Hell no.
You wouldn't?
Nope.
How long ago would you say maybe yes?
Probably before I met my old lady.
How long you been with Cheryl?
About a year and a half.
Year and a half. How'd you guys meet?
We dated 20 years ago. And we lost touch of each other. She had a family affair up north.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed down here, you know, just lost touch. And we wound up bumping into each other. And there ever since, you know.
Okay. All right. And did you know she was somewhat close by, or?
Cheryl?
Yeah.
I had no clue where she was at, man.
Okay. And where was it? Where were you guys living at when you dated 20 years ago?
Flagler Beach.
Flagler Beach. Okay. So you're a hometown boy?
No, I'm originally from New Jersey.
Whereabouts?
Tom's River.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I had a uncle, and his family lived in Tom's River.
Yeah.
They lived, I can't remember the street, but he had one of those saltwater canals in the backyard.
Right around Seaside Heights or
Fork and River, Tom's.
Fork River.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to think of it, man. It's been a while.
Yeah. My aunt Marianne worked in one of the banks there in town. I can't remember which
I
one.
couldn't remember, dude, man. It's you know, ain't been back in a while.
Yeah, I moved down here in '92, so it's been a long time. My uncle passed away. My aunt's probably in her 80s now, and it's been a while.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I went back up for a little while, man. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
Went up for vacation, came down, man. I ain't going back again anytime soon.
You can't go back home.
Nah, man. I'm used to the relaxed life down here, man. You know.
I still got family up there, though, where I grew up.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So you did not leave the house at all Thursday. After, maybe if you got the beer.
No, I'll probably just go out and get more beer or something. You know.
Would you take the Jeep to go out and get beer, or would you walk?
Probably would have walked.
Okay. All right. I mean, if we have to, we can pull the video from
The stores, yeah.
the Jiffy and the Kangaroo up there for Thursday. All right. What time do you think it was that you were in there? Did anybody go with you?
Yeah, probably my old lady.
Okay. And it would have been only a quick 15, 20-minute trip.
Yeah, in and out. You know.
Okay. I'll make sure we pull that video just so we can narrow down the time frame when you guys are out of the house.
Okay.
All right.
So what do I do about this charge now, man? I'm stuck with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry.
There wasn't much.
But it's in your room. Unfortunately. Again, like I told you, you're getting jammed up because of somebody else.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, he shows you these guns about a week or so after he moves in. I know you don't want to pry into other people's business, okay, but you run with this dude, you're living with him now, he shows you 3 guns, one's a pistol, one's a shotgun, one's a rifle. I'm just thinking, I'd be like, wow, man, these are pretty cool, where'd you get them?
I don't want to know. Yeah.
I mean, did you say anything to him like, hey, man, we can't have this around here because
I put them up.
my head...
Yeah.
You just told him to put them up?
Yeah, put them up, man. Neat, nice. Put them up.
Did he say why he had the guns?
No.
Did he feel he needed them?
I don't think so.
Did he ever carry them around?
I don't know.
All right.
Can't tell you that, but you know, like I said, I don't pry on other people's lives. I'm trying to keep my life simple, man.
Now that Jeep, that red Jeep, whose is that?
It's Justin's.
That's Justin's. Okay. Before he came in 3 weeks or so ago, how did you guys get around?
We either walked or we got a ride.
Okay. Where was Justin living before he moved in with you guys?
I think it was with the internet.
Do you know where that was?
Reed's.
Reed's house?
Somewhere over Sanchez. I think it was, or Hernandez, or one of the 2.
Okay. How long was he at Reed's house for?
Oh, I could tell you now.
I mean, was he living there or just spending the nights?
I think he was just crashing there, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What do you think of Reed?
Nah, we don't get along.
Why is that?
Bad blood years ago.
What happened?
Well, I was living there.
Mm-hmm.
Down out of my luck, I was living there. I redid his roof for him. He got the job from the owner. Gave him $400 to get me the job, you know, to help him out with the bills. Well, we got into an argument. He kicked me out before I could get the roof done. And I only had like 3 squares left.
Mm.
So he wound up getting all the money, you know. So we don't. It's one of the people, you know, do your own thing. I do my own.
Okay. All right. The bond is $25,000. Do you have the means to put that money up?
Was that 250 or
2,500.
Probably not. Probably not.
Do you think Justin would help you out? I heard his old man's got some money.
Maybe.
Is that true? I mean, his old man's got money? No.
He's trying to make it.
What does he do?
He's into that phone stuff where it's weird. It's something about your bill. He gets a percentage of your bill or something like that. I don't know. It's can't forget what you call it, man. So you get so many people working for you or something like that, and you get so much money from the company or
Telemarketing?
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something like
So he's responsible for those pain in the ass phone calls when I'm sitting down eating dinner with the family.
Nah. It's a little different than that. It's
Okay.
something about, I couldn't understand it all the way, but I met a couple people that were in it, in the business.
Is it like Amway? You selling products, and the more people you get underneath you to sell
Yeah,
products, you get a
pretty-
percentage of their sales.
Right, pretty much that, and it's like your phone bill and your phone bill, your cable bill, or something like that. You know, he gets if he gets it through, if you get it through him, he gets a percentage of it or something.
Does he sell Uverse?
What's that?
Uverse is AT&T's version of like Cablevision, and
Yeah, it's something like that, or yeah, it's like satellite or something.
yeah, it's something
Yeah.
like that, like DirecTV, but
Yeah.
it goes through the phone lines.
Right.
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
Okay.
Like I said, man, I'm construction. man.
Where's JV's old man live?
Flagler.
Flagler Beach?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know where in Flagler Beach?
Underneath the bridge somewhere.
On their bridge? Okay. All right. Just sit tight a second. You all right on the water?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, just sit tight a second. I'll be right back.
Bullets fire on his man.
You all right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
So, you didn't go to work Friday, right?
No, I don't think
What did you do Friday?
Friday. Just hung out.
Just hung out?
Hung out. Yeah. That's where we saw you, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Who all was hanging out with you?
Me and JB, Antoinette showed up.
What time did she show up?
I did. Like I said, I don't pay attention to clocks.
Did her and Cheryl go anywhere on Friday?
Yeah, well, I think we went to the beach in the morning.
Okay. How did they get there?
I don't know. I was sleeping.
Okay. So why do you think they went to the beach?
Go to the beach.
I mean,
Yeah, go to the beach, go swimming or sit in the sun.
okay. All right. And Thursday night, Antoinette was there or was not there at your place?
I don't remember seeing her, to be honest with you.
Okay. Because when we were over there on Friday, you said that she was there all night Thursday.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing her there.
Okay. So when you told us Friday that she was there all night, were you just bullshitting us or what?
Well, I was trying to do what I said. Her and my old lady were in there, just got done scrapping, arguing, fighting. So I was pretty much said anything.
Did you guys try and break them up or what?
Oh, yeah.
What were they arguing over?
They were just being drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Them two together drunk is just not a good thing. Yeah.
Do they get drunk quite often? Is it a daily thing?
No.
What was so special about Friday?
Nothing.
No.
Day off.
Did JB go anywhere Friday?
I don't think so.
No. Whose house were you at out on the west side?
Or Mondex.
Yeah.
It was, what the fuck's her name? Robin Wendy's.
Rob and Wendy? And how do you know them?
They used to live in the Hammond.
They lived in the hammock? Where did they live?
Around Lane.
Okay. And when did you guys go over there?
It was Friday night, Saturday morning, something like that.
Okay. Well, we were Cheryl got the dogs Saturday,
That was Saturday afternoon.
about 5:30 or so, 6 o'clock maybe.
I can't tell you that.
Okay. What were you guys burning in that burn pit out in the back?
Everything gets burnt up in there, man. I cut a lot of trees down, man.
Who dug that pit?
Me?
You did?
Yeah.
Anybody help you?
Yeah, JB helped.
JB?
Yeah, we cut a bunch of brush down a month or two ago.
Where was that at? That you cut brush down? Out in Palm Coast?
What was it? No, that was in Flagler. It was Flagler Beach.
Why don't you just leave it on the curb, like for
It was too much.
the Wednesday pickup?
No, way too much, man. There's some huge trees.
Okay. Isn't that wood too fresh to burn?
No, it was dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a kind of like a bay tree, but it was real tall. Yeah, they're dried out.
And when did you dig that pit?
A while ago, about a month and a half, something like that.
Okay. Because Cheryl told me Saturday that she dug it personally by herself.
No.
She didn't touch a shovel.
No.
You know, there's a lot of people that are saying, and I don't understand why. I mean, I just don't understand why. Everybody's saying something, and you know, they're taking responsibility for something that they don't know anything about, type of stuff. I mean, sitting in this seat, if you're sitting here, what does it look like to you? I mean, why are people having to lie about stuff? That's my.
No, I don't know.
I don't understand that.
She was pretty damn tore up.
Not on Saturday though. Saturday she was pretty sober when she was dealing with us.
Oh, I don't know, man.
That book that you had with you when you came in here. That's your book? What is that?
It's just a bunch of phone numbers and people I used to work for.
Okay.
I appreciate if y'all didn't call them.
I understand that. I mean, is there anything in that book that you don't want us to look at?
Nah, it's just a bunch of phone numbers, you know.
Can we go through it and look at it? And
No.
no? Okay.
It's my personal, you know, all my people's numbers, my family's numbers and all that.
Okay. All right. That's fine. You don't want us to look at it, we won't. Okay. Is it like a diary?
No.
Okay. All right. Now, who drove out to Robin Lindy's on Saturday?
I think Cheryl drove halfway and JB drove the rest.
Okay. Why'd you guys change? Don't know. Okay.
I don't have a driver's license, man. I don't drive.
That's fine. That's fine.
Whoever drives, as long as it ain't me, man.
I understand that. What was the deal with the vehicle being parked in the woods like that?
I kind of figured something was going to come about on firearms, to be honest with you.
Who was thinking that?
I'll call her. You know.
Why? You're the only one who can get charged with it.
Really?
I don't think anybody else is a convicted felon.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. And again, you're the one sitting here
Yeah.
because JB brought that shit into the trailer.
Yeah.
That would piss me off.
Yeah. Man, I'm done talking, man. I mean, like I said, I don't know nothing about bullshit, man. I keep to my damn self.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to come over to 22,500.
Mm-hmm. What is?
Where are my guns? Where, you know, that shit was mine. Just bull-
Unfortunately, you're getting charged with it, though.
Yep. Yep.
It looks to me like there's something else eating you up inside.
No, just another charge. You know what I mean? Something else I got to deal with.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to deal with something like this, though.
Get a lawyer. There's more money. More.
Mm-hmm.
All it is.
I know. You see, if JB hadn't come into your life the way he has, you probably wouldn't be sitting here right now, would you?
No. No.
If he didn't have to have that beef with Scott, I don't know what happened between the two of them.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Okay. All I know is Scott's missing. Nobody's seen Scott since Thursday night. okay? And the Cadillac that Scott was known to drive around, even though he doesn't have a good license either, but he was known to drive it around, that's found up in St. Johns County, burned up,
Yeah, that's what I said.
okay? Burned up way down a logging road. And guess what's in the trunk? Burned up bones, human bones. Yeah, so I mean, you know, and there's no reason for Scott's vehicle to be all the way out there. He didn't drive it out there because he'd be around if he did. So, I mean, there's some questions that are out there that we need answers to. Maybe you can help me with those answers. I don't know.
I said, I don't pry in people's lives, man. Scott, it was just, you know, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? And we didn't hang out, you know. So I couldn't tell you, man. He knew a lot of people too. You know, he's been around for a long time. You know.
And Scott didn't have problems with anybody else, though.
I wouldn't say that. You know.
Who did he have problems with?
I don't know, man. It's Scott. He can get on your nerves.
Since Friday, we've been in the hammock, up and down the streets, talking. Okay? From the bridge, almost all the way up to Marineland, we've been talking to people. And the only people that we've uncovered that Scott had problems with was JB, because he was screwing with Antoinette. And that's about it. And JB hangs with you, and JB hangs with Cheryl.
He's pretty much alone. I mean, he does his own thing. You know?
Aren't the two of you refer to yourselves as soldiers?
No.
You don't refer to yourselves as soldiers? You two like run the hammock?
Hell no.
No?
Hell no, man. About none of that.
Okay, well, that's
Like I
what
said,
we've heard.
No. I'm there for me and my old lady.
Mm-hmm.
You know, trying to settle down, have a nice life with, you know, the woman I love. You know, I'm just trying to have a nice life, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't no damn soldier. I very rarely even leave the damn house.
Okay.
Figured it's easier, man. I don't get in trouble sitting on my own front porch. You know?
So who put the vehicle all the way that far back into the woods?
I couldn't tell you, man.
And why, though?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it sucks. But I'm nothing about that. You know? I mean, what, you think I'm involved in it or something?
I'm just asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
Are you involved in it?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no. Like I said, I didn't have no beef with Scott. None.
I understand that. But you don't roam with Scott anymore.
You know?
You roam with JB now.
Lives in my house, man. You know, bounces in and out of my house when we do work together. Occasionally we'll get drunk together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I hang out with my old lady, you know? That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped a lot of my friends. Her and I both did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our relationship's a hell of a lot easier. You're married, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You drop your friends. It's easier. You know?
Yeah.
It's less argument, less bullshit. So we stay to ourselves.
Do you have any friends still?
Yeah.
Who are your friends?
I got a bunch of friends that have been hanging.
People that you know or people that are friends?
Yeah, people that are friends. I've known watch their kids grow, you know.
Okay. What would your friends say about this situation right now?
But
How would you explain it to your friends?
I'm getting charged with damn firearms set or firearms.
Mm-hmm. If you knew something, would you tell me?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, Scott wasn't a bad dude, man.
I mean, if that is Scott, whose remains were in the trunk of that Cadillac, he didn't deserve that.
No.
Nobody deserves that.
No. I said he would. Scott, no, he didn't.
I mean, even my worst enemy, I wouldn't think of doing anything like that to.
No.
I mean, that's a cold motherfucker to do something like that. Do you think JB's capable of doing something like that?
No.
Why not?
I just couldn't see him, man.
I
could see him fighting on.
I heard that JB and Scott, had some problems.
Yeah, I can see JB fighting or something like that, man.
Let me ask you this. JB brings that pistol into the house, that 38. And you saw that pistol, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We've got Scott didn't know JB had that pistol. We've got a report to the sheriff's office that on June 8th, Scott sees JB drive by in that red Jeep waving a pistol at him, making threats.
No. I know nothing, dude.
JB's capable of doing something like that, though.
I guess so.
I mean, if Scott's gonna make something up,
Right.
okay, he doesn't know that JB's got that chrome pistol.
Right.
So how is he gonna say, oh, he's waving a chrome pistol at me?
Right.
I mean, seriously.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I know you don't pry, but JB's got to be bragging about, look, man, I'm Billy Badass. I'm scaring the shit out of this little pissant over here.
No, like I said, man, I don't get involved in that. I'm dancing that sister.
I understand that.
So I'm know nothing, don't want to hear nothing, don't involve me, don't involve my old lady on y'all's bull. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's easier that way. It's just easier. I love my old lady, man. I want to marry her. That's the way we put it. We just leave everyone the hell alone. They leave us alone.
What's Cheryl's phone number?
I don't think her phone's on. We're missing a battery on it. It's a 904 number.
Is it in your book?
No.
It's not.
Oh, yeah, actually it is. Yes, it is.
If I grab the book and bring it in here, could you look it up for me?
Yeah.
All right. Give me 1 second. You got on the water or you need some more?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm going to take a leak here.
You got her to the bathroom?
Yeah, if it's all right.
All right. Let's do this. Put your hands out in front of you. Don't go anywhere just yet. Let me get a key to lock them up. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go out to the right. First door on the left. Take this off for you. Are you right-handed or left-handed? Right-handed?
Yep.
You ever play sports in high school?
Nope.
No, why not?
Just never got into it. I was a father at a young age.
How many kids you got?
Just one.
One?
Yep.
Boy or girl?
Boy.
Where's he?
Illinois.
Illinois? You talk to him at all, or?
Yeah.
Yeah? How often?
I talked to him lately. But he's grown up. He's older.
How old is he now?
23, 24, I believe.
Okay. Here's the book. I just want to make sure I got some good numbers. Cheryl, you said it was 904?
Let me find it. That's why I carry a book, man. I'm never shot at, dude.
I hear you.
You know? I said, I don't know if she got any battery for it or not, because her battery, it's 904.
What about JB.
It's,
How old is that number?
I don't know now.
You got any other numbers for JB in there?
There's like 2 or 3 other numbers. I know it's got.
Jobs by Justin.
Yeah.
In 24 hours. 386. Okay. How old is this card?
Yeah, he just got him.
You just got them? Okay. So those are pretty good numbers?
Yeah.
What about Antoinette? You got one for her?
Nope.
No?
No. I said I don't talk to her too much, man.
Well, I mean, what if you have to get a hold of her or something?
Call Justin or somebody. You know, she lives at Reed's.
Right.
So,
Okay.
or her sister would know. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to just have you lay your hands out for me like this. I just wanted to take a picture of your hands. So if you could just lay your hands out for me. Let's move this. I almost out of water.
Yeah, I'm good now. A lot of this here, this we were hitting the punching bag yesterday.
Where are you hitting the punch bag at?
We're robbing Wendy's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's hanging up in the backyard. Hung it up for him.
Put them this way for me. They have a punching bag out there?
Yeah, we hung it up for him yesterday.
You hung it up for them, or?
Yeah. So we're just messing around with it.
Who always punching a punching bag?
All of us.
Always?
Even the kids.
Even the kids? How many kids they got?
2.
2. Okay. All right. Do you know what you could be looking at? I mean, what your exposure is for this felony charge?
Not a clue.
It's not in my life. My phones just don't stop ringing. You could be exposed up to 15 years. Yeah. It ain't no joke.
I need to go get a lawyer.
If that's the route you want to take. I mean, yeah.
I
Obviously, you're going to need a lawyer to help yourself out on this. Okay. But are you telling me you want an attorney now, or what?
hopefully I can help you out, man. I got to get out of jail tonight, so I can get working, man. Here, find me some money, man.
I'll get you a little bit more water.
I'm good, man.
Well, I'll just get you some. It's free. Don't cost nothing.
be right back.
I don't know if you might need some of these or not. And again, just so we're clear on it, okay? This is the arrest warrant. Okay, possession of firearm by convicted in-state felon. That's why I was talking with you today. And you understand that, correct? Okay. Yeah, you can have this copy if you want. I mean, you'll get a copy of the jail, but you can have that one. All right? I'd really like to talk to you some more. Not only about this, okay? However, my understanding is that you've asked for an attorney. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm not going to talk to you anymore about that. You have a question on that?
I didn't put the guns themselves on here, it's just the ammunition.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it takes to jam you up. One of those little bullets would have been enough to jam you up.
Sorry, just got a phone call.
Okay. Like I said before, if you need anything, just knock on the door, okay? We're waiting for some units to come on. They got shift change, plus there's some stuff going on the road right now, okay? So it might be a little bit of time. If you need some more water or anything like that, need to go to the bathroom, just knock on the door, depending on how long you're in here for, okay?
So,
This is your book is in here. I just put it in here so we didn't forget about it. Do you want this inside there too, or?
don't matter.
Because this will go into your property.
Alright, can I get a number out of there?
Sure. What's the number? I'll write it down for you.
Just give me a second. If you don't mind.
Is that 386?
Yeah. And then
Okay. That's 386 also? It's my card also. In case you feel like you want to talk about anything. Let me go check. I think the transport unit is here, but let me just double check on it. All right.
how long you go?
525.
You can call ahead so I can get a dinner tray.
Yeah, I'll make sure you get something.
Thank you.
His first name is Charles, but he goes by Dan.
How you doing, sir?
Pretty good.
I'm gonna give you a ride, alright? You got anything out you can hurt me, stick me, poke me?
Nope. Very
I'm
much
gonna go ahead
search
and pat you
for
down. I know they already did this, probably the 100th time it's happened. I'm gonna do it again, alright? There, have you take your shoes off?
Yep.
Alright.
Did you lock these, man?
I'll go ahead and do that right when we get outside.
A grand jury indicts Charles Danny Massey and Justin J.B. Boyles on first-degree murder and kidnapping charges, and the prosecution begins to build their case. Suspecting Massey is underplaying his role in the murder, investigators bring him in for another round of questioning.
Couple clarification questions. Did anyone search Scott to see if Scott had a phone on him?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
I didn't see nobody reaching for his pockets.
If Scott had a phone, then obviously he could call 911 or reach.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a concern of anybody's.
No, ma'am, not that I know of.
And as you're following JB, according to what you told us, you're following JB. You never lost sight of the.
Like I said, about that time, everything's getting fuzzy to me. You know, the Xanax and beer and everything, that's all day. Just been kicking in. Yeah, as far as I can remember, I stayed behind the Jeep. I mean, as far as I can remember, yeah.
Okay.
I never lost sight of it.
When we stopped, you said there had to be some communication. Tell us about that. Why do you say that?
Well, it just makes sense. You know, I don't remember, but it does make sense. You know,
Well, what are you thinking you're doing at this point?
I couldn't tell you.
Well, you know where Scott
was-
lives.
Yes.
You're not going towards Scott's house.
No.
You got a man in the trunk that is in really bad shape.
In your mind, you think he's dead at that point?
I thought he was dead, yeah.
So you either got a dead body in the trunk.
Yeah.
Okay. In your mind.
Yeah, in my mind, I thought he was dead.
So what did you think you were doing? I mean, why were you following JB?
I would just, guess, get rid of the body.
Okay, so you knew that was what was going on.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know why you're the one stuck in the car with the body?
No.
Didn't think to question it or challenge it?
No, by that time, my mind was so spent about everything going on and everything. It's like I was a few minutes behind, you know, reality or something. By the time everything clicked into what I was doing and what was happening, it already happened.
But now everything's getting real because according to you, this is when your participation starts.
Yes,
Based
ma'am.
on what you've told us happened, you weren't really participating before other than moving Scott or, you know, but now your participation's starting. You know that you have a non-street legal car on the road with a body that, according to you, you believe to be dead,
Yes, ma'am.
and you're driving around Palm Coast kind of in an erratic fashion per the red light cameras. You're going one way and then doing a U-turn and coming back the other way.
I don't remember that.
All right, tell us the route you think you took.
I thought we went over the Palm Coast Bridge, and I remember stopping, talking to Justin for a minute behind the schools in the back of Palm Coast. I forget their names.
Face to face?
Yeah, we were in the car. You know.
Yeah, but you're saying you're in the car together then.
No, he was in his Jeep. I was in the car. We just talked, and he said this way, or you
Yeah,
know.
but when you stop, you say you remember stopping and talking.
Yes,
So you're face to face, or are you phone to phone?
we were face to face, I believe.
And you
Yes.
stop by the school on
It was in the back of Palm Coast. I forget the name of the new school back there.
the high school,
Yeah.
Matanzas Woods High School,
Yes.
big 2-story red brick.
Yes. Yeah, back there, and we were heading towards US 1.
This is after you go out Palm Coast Parkway and come back then, huh?
Probably.
Would have to be.
Yeah.
So when you come back across, you head out Old Kings. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, Old Kings. Yeah, because there was that cut through back up in at the end of Old Kings.
Mm-hmm.
Then we talked around the school, and then we hit US 1 and headed north.
You parked on the school grounds?
No,
Parked out in front of the school?
no, we were right in the road, middle of the road.
Yeah, but in front of the school though.
Yes.
What did you talk about?
He was just, I know where to go. Come on.
Did you ask him where or anything?
No, ma'am.
Now we know Justin has ties with Putnam. Do you have any ties with Putnam?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a no?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Talking about Putnam County?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, ma'am.
Did you make any stops or?
Not on the way there, not that I can recall.
I know we're going to get to this. My understanding is an accelerant was used. Is that right? To burn the car?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What was the accelerant?
Gasoline.
Where did the gasoline come from?
JB had it.
All right. When did he get it?
I couldn't tell you. I thought it was in the back of the truck. There was a 5-gallon bucket or 5-gallon gas can in the back of his Jeep.
All right. So you didn't stop any time on the way there?
Not that I recall, no, man.
When you were face to face at the school, or that was the last stop you guys made before heading out to the place that the car was burned, correct?
Yes, ma'am. That I remember, yes.
What'd you talk about?
We didn't really talk. He said, this way I know where to go.
Did you know you were burning the car at that point?
No, I didn't. So I was in the Cadillac. I didn't see the gas or nothing like that, you know. I know we had gas in the Jeep from, you know, doing lawns and stuff, but he doesn't normally carry around a 5-gallon thing of gas. It's normally just 2.5s.
Is it possible that that's where the disconnect is? That he goes to retrieve gas and you're going out to look for a place to dump the car? That's why we see you on the cameras without the Jeep in tow, or, you know, behind the Jeep?
It could have been that I got lost, yeah, because I'm not, I mean, even though I lived down the Palm Coast, I still get lost back up in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I could have just gotten lost or something, you know.
I mean, but dude, I'm saying, was there a deliberate plan or a deliberate statement made where I'm going to go get gas
No,
and you're going to go look and then you guys are going to re-link up to burn the car?
no,
No. Okay.
no, we didn't, let's say we didn't talk about it.
Okay. What? I want to back up to the house for a second. When you're at the house, does anybody call Reed's phone trying to get in touch with Antoinette? Does JB
Yes.
take a call?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
We were at that, I think at that point in time, that's when we were doing the lines inside the house. The phone started ringing and JB grabbed it.
Who had the phone at that point?
Antoinette,
So he took the phone from Antoinette at that point when you guys were inside storing some lines.
yes.
Okay, what happens? He answered the phone?
He just started talking normal, invited the dude over, have some beers.
So he's inviting somebody to the house where the dead body's laying in the backyard, or what you
Yes.
believe to be a dead body. What's the
Yes.
plan? Does he make a statement about this guy?
No, I know. And then once he hung up, he started yelling and screaming at Antoinette again. But then them two started going at it.
Did you think JB was going to assault this guy if he showed up too?
I couldn't tell you. Probably. I know Antoinette was running around, you know, plenty of dudes in there in the hammock,
Sure.
you know.
Did he make a statement that he was going to?
No, he didn't say.
Did he make a statement to the effect that I'm going to do the same thing to him that I did to Scott?
He's not.
No, he didn't. I didn't hear nothing like that, no.
Okay.
Where was Reed?
I didn't see him at all, but I guess he was laying up front in his room, like on the couch or whatever in the living room.
What was the mood inside when you're doing lines?
It was chaotic. I mean, girls were all in you know, all just excited, nervous, all that. I mean, everyone was just freaking out pretty much.
Crying?
Yeah.
When you were when you're moving Scott in the backyard, does he move? Why are you guys moving him? Why not just leave him laying where he initially was at?
He got up, started stumbling. Like I said, then he took a couple steps, would fall, took a couple steps, would fall. So I just went over and just helped him up, just kept him standing.
And then so you just kind of moved him because Scott was trying to move.
Yeah, he was walking on his own. I say he'd take a couple steps and fall. It was like he was drunk. You know?
Did he ever ask to leave? No.
No, not that I can recall. No.
Okay. All right. So some point you guys get out to US 1, which Old Kings does lead to US 1. So obviously you turn towards St. Johns County. So you turn towards the north when you get on Old Kings to US 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember passing the old Charlie T's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Charlie T's.
Just an empty lot. Do you remember turning by Charlie T's?
No, sir.
So do you think you go under the 95?
Not 100%. I remember the route coming back, but I don't remember too much of the route going there.
All right. Well, tell me the route coming back then, since you remember that.
Well, we were on dirt road for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and then we hit the main road, and then we got to US 1, we made a left. We head north on US 1. That's when we stopped. I think it was 206. Stopped at the store for some gas, and then went towards the beach.
So you were on a dirt road for a while. You came out to a road, and you think you got to US 1 and stopped and got gas.
Yeah, we went to, it was off of US 1.
What kind of station?
It's a gas station there on 206 and US 1.
Well,
206,
yeah, there's a gas station there. But do you remember a small barbecue stand?
Yeah.
An RV place?
Yeah.
Okay, so you come out there when you run a dirt road for a long time?
No, we were south of all that.
Okay.
We were south of all that when we hit US 1, we wanted to get a flat tire. Right, I mean, as we hit US 1, we made the left and we got a flat tire right then and there. So that was probably about 2-3 miles before 206.
Okay. So you didn't come out by Charlie T's again, because you know Charlie T's is there, and then you got the Dairy Queen and the gas station that kind of sits in the back.
Right.
Is that where you come out on US 1 and turn to the north?
No, it was further. It was way further.
So further north. So you were in the woods or coming through that some way back that way.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about the when you guys get to the woods. You park the car. What's going on there?
Well, Justin pulled over and stopped. I stopped the Cadillac. He turned around, went back. I thought we were just going to leave him there. Like I said, I didn't know about the gasoline or nothing like that. So I was actually wiping down the inside of the car, wiped my fingerprints off. And I went back to the Jeep. While I sat in the passenger side, I looked around. Justin was back by the car. I got out, started walking towards him. And he said, well, come on. You know, by that time, they struck the lighter and the car went up on flames.
Jeep in front. Let me see another piece of paper. I was just having draw the vehicle positioning for me. I know it's a dirt road, but you guys come off that dirt road. Is how you remember the vehicles being parked and stuff like that?
Well, when we parked on the dirt road,
Right.
Justin was in front, Cadillac was here.
Let's put the Jeep in front of it too, please.
Well, he pulled over and then he turned around and he was facing back out.
Okay.
I mean, do you want me to draw it?
Yeah.
Like that?
Originally, you guys stopped like that.
Yes. And then he turned around, faced back out. This is the way we were facing.
Okay.
And then he parked way down here with the Jeep.
Okay.
And like I said, that's when by the time I wiped down the interior, he was coming back from the Cadillac, and he had a line of fire going from here, you know, halfway to the Cadillac. That's when I just turned around and jumped back in the Jeep. And then there was this amble-looking thing. He told me that he made sure he wasn't breathing. He wasn't going to feel it. You know.
And we mean amble looking
It
thing.
was a piece of metal. I tripped over it twice. That when I was getting in and out of the Jeep, it was in the passenger side on a floorboard. It was an old anvil-looking piece of metal. And as I tripped over getting in the Jeep the last time, I looked down. I was like, what is it? So I remember it being there. And he said, don't worry, he was dead. He made sure he was dead. He wasn't going to feel it.
Did you see him use that to hit Scott with that?
No, I didn't see him hit him.
You see the trunk go up?
Yeah, he was back by the trunk, yes.
And you saw the trunk go up
Yes, he was
with
back
Scott
by
standing at the trunk.
Scott wasn't standing.
I'm sorry. JB's at the.
JB was, yes.
Yeah, but the trunk's open. So JB opens that trunk for a reason.
Right.
But you don't see him use this big metal object to hit him.
No, it was about big. No, I don't see him. By that time, I was in the Jeep. I went back to the Jeep.
Okay. Where does the metal thing go after that?
Well, once we got the flat, I tripped over it again getting out, and I just picked it up and threw it to the wall side of the road. So I tripped over it twice, you know what I mean? I just threw it out the passenger door into the ditch.
So it's wherever you change that tire, that's where that metal object's going to be?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about that real quick. So when Justin got back into the car, he put the metal object there?
By the time I got back to the Jeep, the metal object was in the floorboard because I tripped over it getting in. You know, I stepped on, tripped over it getting in. And then when I went to get out, I seen Justin was still back by the car. That's when I went to get out. I tripped over it getting out. I remember tripping over it a couple times. And that's when I walked up to him. He was like, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. So then he struck it and it went up, and that was...
All right, well, give us the details, because obviously he's not carrying the anvil metal thing and the gas can at the same time. So tell us, take us through that slowly, please.
Well, when I was wiping down inside the car, he was been back and forth. You know, I wasn't really paying attention where he was. But by the time I got done doing that, I walked back to the Jeep itself. I looked back, he was standing by the car. And then I got out, and I said that's when I tripped over that piece of metal. I got out, started walking towards him, and he said, come on, let's go. And that's when he struck the ground with the lighter about halfway, and then the car went up.
Did he have the gas in his hand still then?
No, ma'am.
Did you see him use the gas can on the car?
No, ma'am.
Well, how do you know he used it?
Because I smelled it in the Jeep, and then the gas can was empty.
So you didn't see him use the metal thing, and you didn't see him use
I saw him use I saw him once he did grab the gas when I was coming up off of the car. When I was going into the passenger seat, he grabbed the gas can and started walking towards the car. Sorry.
And was that after he put the metal thing back in?
I couldn't tell you before or after.
Okay.
When
did you see the trunk open?
When I was walking past it. After I got done with wiping down the steering wheel and everything, I walked past it, walked back to the Jeep. I glanced back, the trunk was open.
Okay, so maybe I'm just not understanding, but what you're saying is you were in the Cadillac wiping down when Justin opened the trunk and did whatever he did in the back.
Right.
How to get the trunk open?
Yeah, I think I gave him the keys.
All right, tell us about that. Was there a conversation about that?
No, there wasn't. He pulled up. He walked up to the car. He was there and put his hand out. I gave him the keys. I finished wiping down the steering wheel.
What were you wiping it with?
My shirt. And then by the time I got that done, I was walking back to the Jeep. Figured we were just gonna leave him there, but yeah, it's when he struck. I hopped in the Jeep, got back out. Went about halfway, and he grabbed me and said, let's go. You know, that's when he struck the ground and trailed fire. Yeah.
Did you feel anything when you were in the trunk? I mean, when you were in the car wiping it down, did you feel the car moving up and down? Like some indication that there was a big metal object hitting something?
No, ma'am. I didn't feel the car jerk or jump or not to my knowledge, no.
Any conversation about burning the car at all?
None. I figured we were just going to leave him there, you know.
When exactly? So you get out, you wipe the car down, you get out, you start walking back, you see the trunk is up. JB then lights from the ground?
Yeah, he was walking back towards me. When I first got out of the Jeep, I looked back, he was messing around with the trunk. He was walking around the backside of the Cadillac, and then on his way back up, he grabbed when he was walking, he shut the trunk. On his way back up, he turned me around, said, let's go. That's when he reached down and struck the ground, and then he must have poured the gas on the ground. He said, let's go. He struck the ground. The car went up the flanks.
That's exactly the problem I'm having, because wouldn't you have been in the car wiping down your prints at the time? Then he would have had to be pouring the gas on the car.
I don't know if he was on the get in the back or what. Like I said, it only took me a few minutes to wipe down the trunk. Then I walked back to the Jeep and hopped in the Jeep. And that's
Oh, so you're saying that the gas he poured would have just been in the trunk area. You're not saying he did the whole car.
to be honest, I couldn't. If I would have seen it, I'd say yeah, but I didn't see him actually pour the gasoline.
So the only area you saw him
So
was in the back
yes,
trunk
ma'am.
area.
Yes, ma'am. That's the only place where I actually saw him. You know,
You didn't see him pouring the gas anywhere else on the vehicle then?
no.
So as far as you know, he just poured gas in the back, or was at least dealing with the back half of the vehicle.
Yes, he was dealing with the back half of the vehicle.
And this gas can is something that he had in the Jeep.
Like I said, we normally don't carry around a full 5 gallons, and it was a big 5 gallons in the back. When I looked back to look at the car when we were driving away, I noticed it.
And that gas can left there with you.
Yes.
You put it back in the Jeep.
Yes.
Where, do you know what happened to it after that?
No, sir, I don't.
Was it in the Jeep when you were out at the Mondex?
Not that I remember now, because he had a bunch of his clothes and tools in the back.
Did it go into the? There's when you get back. Where do y'all after you leave there? Where do y'all go?
We went back to my house.
Was it Holly Road?
Yes.
And tell me about the burn pit in the back of Holly Road.
Hold on, can we get back? I'm sorry, before we get there, let's go back to the flat tire.
Okay.
So you're on your way back now. At this point, you and Justin are in Justin's
Jeep.
Jeep.
Yes, ma'am.
Who's driving?
Justin.
And where are you?
I'm in the passenger side.
All right, front seat, back seat?
Front seat.
Was anyone in the back seat?
Oh,
And you said you stopped to get gas,
yeah. Yes.
but you got a flat tire before that?
Yeah, as soon as we hit US 1, he got a flat tire.
Okay. Now, the girls had gotten a flat tire in Justin's Jeep a couple days before.
Got afterwards, yes.
Afterwards.
That was after?
Yes, ma'am. That's what it is Justin's got 22s on his Jeep, and we put an old tire. We had a donut on there. Then we put one of the old tires on the Jeep, so the Jeep would ride really messed up. So we wound up tearing the tires up till, we switched both back tires. That's what we're going to do. It's just the way the big tires and the little tire, there was something that was messing up. It's either dragging the tire or, it was kept eating the tire up.
Where at that corner, you said US 1 and 206, you stopped and got gas.
Yes, ma'am.
Who paid?
Justin.
Do you know how he paid?
Credit card.
And at the pump?
Yes.
And,
Whose?
Yes.
He had a credit card.
Yeah, he just buy them prepaid cards and
Oh, the green dot card,
yeah.
Okay.
do you know what time this was or anything?
No, ma'am.
And were you having any communication with the ladies or women?
No.
Did Justin with his phone?
He might have. I mean, I'm not 100% sure about that time. I was in shock. Everything was settling in. Until everything just happened.
Did he get gas after changing the tire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us where on that corner you changed the tire.
It was about a mile or two south of the 206.
And tell us how you pulled over and what side.
Well, he pulled over as we pulled off that one road. We headed north on US 1. As soon as we got on the northbound lane, he got a flat. We pulled right over there. We weren't probably on US 1, maybe 500 feet, Excuse me. I got bad allergies. So yeah, it was about 500 feet. And we pulled over on the side of the road, and then we changed it. Changed the tire right then and there. Real quick.
Anyone stop or anything like that?
No, ma'am.
What was Justin wearing?
Work clothes.
Do you know what kind of shoes?
Just boots.
And what shoes were you wearing?
Work boots.
What kind of boots?
They're steel-toed.
Okay.
They're Walmart specials and cheap.
What size?
10.5s.
So then from changing the tire, you get back in. Who's driving?
Justin.
And you're in the passenger seat?
Yes, ma'am.
Still only you two?
Yes, ma'am.
That's when you go and get gas.
That's when we stopped and get gas for the Jeep.
Did he fill up?
I'm not sure how much he put in.
Did you get out and go in the store at all?
No, I just got out to get some fresh air, and I remember walking towards the Jeep. I was frazzled, you know what I mean? I said everything was just setting in what exactly happened.
You didn't go get more beer or anything?
No, ma'am.
And then from there, is that where you just told Detective Tice you went back to your house?
Yes, we went back to my house on Hollywood.
How'd you go? Across 206, I guess, maybe?
Yeah, 206 and down A1A.
What's the conversation in the vehicle?
None.
Weren't you pissed?
I was pissed.
You had nothing to say to him?
I didn't have nothing to say to him. I was pissed. You know, he drug me into something that shouldn't have even been. You know, yeah, I was pissed. I didn't even want to talk to him.
Who was home when you got back to your house?
To be honest with you, I remember hitting the house, looking at him, looking at the Jeep, and then I went straight to the couch and went to bed. But I think Cheryl was there. You know, she was there in the morning when I woke up.
All right, well, take us through then what happened.
I woke up the next day. Cheryl was outside having coffee with Stephanie, her girlfriend. I went, laid back down. And I woke up, I guess Antoinette come over. I woke up, she was all, because she's got a real high-pitched voice. She was over there screaming and hollering, because the couch was right next to the side door. And I got up. By that time, Antoinette and Cheryl left. And I walked out there with a cup of coffee, sat there talking with Stephanie. And then they came back. I think I went in and used the bathroom or whatnot. I came out and I seen them go making runs back and forth from the car to the burn pit in the backyard. That's why I walked out back, looked down, looked around. I seen what they had. And
What'd they have?
it was just a lawn chair and a couple of rags, looked like.
Bloody rags?
Yeah, yes.
What about the clothes that you and Justin were wearing that night? Where'd they go?
They went in the burn barrel.
You put them in there?
Yeah, I put mine, yes,
Justin put his in?
yes.
When was this? You saw them burning stuff? Did you go back and get yours or what?
No, we did that first thing in the morning when we got back there, or when we got back to the house.
So the first thing you did wasn't go lay down, it was burn the clothes.
Yeah, I took a shower, stripped down, took a shower, and burnt the clothes. Yeah.
Discussion about that?
None. I didn't even want to talk to Justin. I didn't even want to see him.
Did you burn your clothes first? Did he burn his clothes first? Did you see each other outside?
I jumped in the shower first. I came back out and I threw my clothes in the burn barrel out front. Threw all my stuff in there.
Shoes too?
No, shoes when I went the next day.
Okay, so
When the burn pit was going on, when they were bringing the stuff back, that's when I threw my boots in.
okay. So initially it was just your clothing and you did that in the barrel out front.
Right.
And that's where Justin's clothes went to, in the barrel out front?
Yes.
His shoes go in at that time, or you don't know?
No, we put them both in at the same time in the backyard.
It's the next day,
The next day.
when the girls were burning that stuff?
Yes, sir.
Was there a conversation between Justin and the girls and yourself to go over there and clean up?
No, that was before I even got up. You know, the girls they just left as I got up out of bed, or off the couch rather.
So you think the girls just took it upon themselves to do this without direction from Justin or yourself?
Yeah, Justin was still sleeping. I mean, I didn't tell him. I didn't know nothing about it, to be honest with you. I mean, of the mess, you know, how big of a mess it was. And all that left.
Okay, so tell me about the guns
The guns.
in the house.
Oh, they're Justin's. He brought them in when he came there.
You know where you got them?
I know the 40 rifle he's had for a while. Excuse me. And then I know he had a bunch of them. He used to have a 22, a sawed off, and another little 22. But he said he just bought the shotgun because he brought that out showing to me because he just bought it. And then the handgun, I just seen him with it. You know what I mean? He used to carry it around with him all the time.
Did you know him to get that handgun from Reed?
I imagine, yeah, I heard something about it.
He ever tell you that he got it from Reed?
Nah, He didn't say where he got it from. He just, like my new toy.
What about the shooting at Scott's house?
I know Justin did it. Yeah,
Were you with him when he did it?
one time, yes.
Which gun did he use when he did that?
I think he used a pistol.
Okay, what was his motivation that day?
I don't know. We were just driving by his house, and he just reached over the car as he was driving. Kind of looked at him. What the hell was that about? And that was like, 2 weeks prior or something like that.
So he just reached out over he's driving, you guys are heading south, obviously.
Yeah.
He reaches over like this and shoots across the roof of the car at the house for no reason.
Yes.
See the Cadillac there?
I don't remember. It was dark, it happened. We were just driving, Next thing I know, he's unloading the gun.
How
You
many
said
times-
one time you were there. You were with him. So do you know of another time you did it?
Between talking with Scott and JB, yeah, I think he did it once or twice, besides that.
You aware of any threats that JB may have made to Scott?
Not all the time, yeah.
Give me some examples.
Well, he was always jealous. I mean, at first, when Antoinette and JB first got together, it was more of a joke to JB because Antoinette was sharing the money and the pills and the drugs and whatever.
Right.
So JB didn't care. Towards the end, he started getting highly jealous, didn't want her doing it no more. And then he'd always say, I'd whoop his ass if I caught you two together. He'd beat the shit out of him.
Did you ever hear him threaten to kill Scott, though? Did you ever say to Scott, I'm going to kill you if you don't leave her alone or anything like that?
No.
So you were never present when he did that?
No.
So when you say threats, the only threats you ever heard Justin make about Scott, or he made them to Antoinette, you never seen him threaten Scott personally?
Not face to face, no. I've never seen them actually two in the same room face to face,
Right. Well, Scott was friends with Reed too, right?
Yeah. Reed's friends with anybody that'll bring him beer.
All right, so after you burn the next morning, you guys end up at the Mondex somehow. What's the thought process there and the discussion leading up to that?
Well, after everything got burnt in the fire pit, I think I went back in and laid back down because Xanax kind of gave me one hellacious hangover. Plus everything that happened, I was just I was beside myself. I went and laid back down. I woke up. Cheryl was handing me a cocktail. I guess she went out and got a bottle somewhere. She went out, handed me a cocktail. I woke up, started drinking, turned the radio on low, and just started drinking. This conversation was minimal. We were just talking about random shit.
You got to be talking about what happened. Come on.
No, we didn't.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So
Was Antoinette asking you questions about what happened?
Yeah, Antoinette, yeah. But I didn't want to say nothing, you know what I mean? I was still trying to figure it all out in my mind. Justin, he didn't say nothing.
What's he telling her, though? If she's asking, somebody's telling her what?
Don't worry about it. You're telling me, don't worry about it.
Did y'all ever, did anyone ever communicate to Antoinette at that point that Scott's dead?
No.
That y'all burned the vehicle?
No.
So she has no idea any of that's taking place?
No idea. No, to my knowledge now, no idea. I wasn't about to say nothing, I was trying, like I said, to absorb what the hell happened myself.
All right, so ultimately that we show up Friday night, myself, Investigator Brendel, and some Flagler County guys, and we talk to everybody but Antoinette there at your house. So the conversation that you and I have and Cheryl have at that point about Antoinette leaving with Cheryl's daughter, that's all BS?
Yeah,
it's all
BS.
It's all lies?
Yeah, them two just got into a fight. Cheryl and Antoinette just got into a fight.
When did that happen?
That was 5 minutes before y'all showed up. Cheryl went and laid down, because we got a buddy was in a wheelchair, so he took up the front half of the house. So we set him up the hospital bed and all that. Well, Cheryl jumped in the hospital bed and she was gone, drunk. She passed out. And Justin and I were sitting at the kitchen table, and Antoinette went over and she started screaming at Cheryl, because I guess she passed out on her, Cheryl had enough. She had enough. So them two started going at it, fighting. By the time we got over to them to pull them apart, man, Cheryl whipped the hell out of Antoinette. Her lips were bloody, you know what I mean? Antoinette had a couple scrapes and a bite mark. But Antoinette's face was, you know, her lips were bloody. She had a broken lip. So that's when I guess when y'all could have showed up, we went outside. I told her to just stay inside because she was bleeding, you know?
So that when we spoke, because I think you and I spoke, and I think Investigator Brendel walked Scott out, or Justin outside and talked to him at the edge of the road, and it was me, you, and Cheryl there talking.
Yes.
So this whole story between you and, like I said, Cheryl, I think had a different timeline than you had, but Cheryl's daughter never showed up and took Antoinette anywhere.
No.
So the whole time she's in the house.
Yeah.
Based on you guys telling her to stay in the house.
Yeah.
And we asked you specifically, was she in there? Because we needed to talk to her. And you guys told us no, she was.
Right.
Okay. So obviously, we leave. We go over to Reed's. She pops in with, it's Jimmy. Is Jimmy the one who lives over there? Yeah. James shows up with her. Tell me, what happens after we leave? How does she decide that she needs to go find us at Reed's?
We all got back in the house. We all sat down, started talking. Justin and I were looking at each other like, oh, shit, you know, knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then we told her just go ahead and go see what they want, you know, go see what the cops want. So, but she went, got a ride from, I guess she went over to Poppy's house or James's house, and James took her over there.
So you guys talked about go see what we wanted?
Yeah, go see what they want.
Did she know Scott was dead at that point?
No. Not to my knowledge.
Well,
no.
she had come over and said to Stephanie and Cheryl, Scott's missing.
Right.
Supposedly that's what, 6 a.m., 7 a.m.?
Yeah, it was pretty early.
The next day.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
next
So
day,
how does she know this?
I don't know.
Was she out there when you guys were carrying Scott to the car?
No. I didn't see her, no. Because I said we kept, you know, tried to keep them in the back room, back there, just so they wouldn't be involved and, you know, wouldn't, just like I said, make matters worse.
You see Cheryl when you were carrying Scott out of her yard?
No, I didn't see either one of them.
And you just left the house, leaving Cheryl and Antoinette there.
Yes, ma'am.
Not we'll be back, not see you at home.
Didn't tell them nothing. Like I said, it happened so quick, you know. Justin and I, we didn't even talk about it.
All right, go on.
When you get out, she comes back. Obviously, she comes back that night. Where are y'all at? Do y'all leave after she leaves?
She being Antoinette, talk
Being
to
Antoinette,
law
yeah.
enforcement, and then comes back.
You send her to talk to us. Where do y'all go?
Yeah, we went out to Mondix.
Okay, so she comes back the next day, Friday. Obviously, now she's learned some information from law enforcement.
Right.
Tell me what happens when she delivers that information.
Well, Justin and I kind of looked at each other. She was freaking out. Cheryl was just, you know, her. I didn't have a chance to talk to her. But, yeah, at that point in time, you know, they were just going on, what did y'all do? What happened?
What did Antoinette say when she came home?
She was freaking out, saying that he was missing or he was burned up back of a car.
Mm-hmm. What's the response to that from you and Justin?
I just walked away.
What's he say?
He was just going on, don't worry about it. We didn't do nothing, you know. But yeah, I just walked away from it.
You never told her you need to shut up? Nothing like that? You don't need to be talking about it?
No, Justin did. A bunch of times.
Well, my point is he telling her to shut up if he knows what's good for her? Or is he telling her to shut up and don't worry about it because he's just like, you don't need to know? There's a huge difference, right? Somebody tells you need to shut your mouth. You know what I mean? Or you could be in the next burn vehicle, and there's a difference between you don't need to worry about it. You know what I mean? Just don't worry about it, that kind of deal.
There's a lot of hostility, you know what I mean? By the time there's a lot of hostility going in the house. And like I said, every time she was frantic in the front room, just going off and off, having like a fit, you know. That's when Justin was just screaming, you know, shut the fuck up, I don't know, and just
You
don't
threaten
worry
her?
about it. Not that I remember, no.
No, so he was just screaming at her to shut up.
Yeah.
He never makes any kind of threat to her.
No, not that I recall, no.
Did you hear him say, if we're not going to be together, none of this is worth it?
No, ma'am.
Y'all were making plans.
Yeah, we were going to go out to the Mondex, go back out. We were invited back out to the Mondex. So we were going to hang out there for a couple of days just to regroup and get our heads together and figure out what the hell is the best way to go about everything.
There was a plan to leave Florida or leave Flagler County in the area, wasn't there?
At that point in time, no.
Well, at some point there's a plan.
Yes.
Tell me about that. How do we reach the discuss? How does the discussion get to there?
We were out in the Mondex, and Rob said we were all talking outside one time. And Justin and I was talking about going somewhere. You know, I was talking about going to see my mom for a few days out in Panama City, out there in the Panhandle. And then Rob came out and he said he knew if he wouldn't mind relocating down south, and he was coming into a bunch of money because I mean he gets Roxy's and Oxys and Delatos every month, so he comes into a chunk of money every month. So he was going to use that money, and he was like, well, us three guys will go down south, start out, and we'll send for the girls. And he said there was a lot of work down there, and he had people down there, and so that would, you know what I mean, be the go for it, you know, go ahead, initial startup,
Right.
or just to relocate. But yeah, we talked about it a couple times, but that was about it.
Any contact made with anybody on the south end to make it happen? Or was it just conversation?
Just conversation by that point.
Tell us about hiding the car. Hiding the Jeep.
Well, when we got to Rob and Wendy's, we pulled around back. There was a little wooded area, you know what I mean? It was pretty concealed pretty good. We just kept it around there. But then the day that y'all showed up, for me, Justin took it upon himself, man, put it way in the back there. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Stephanie came by that morning, said that Cheryl's son was looking for her. That's when we hid the Jeep. That's when Justin hid the Jeep way back there. We just didn't want him showing up, making matters worse. And
What'd you think when he showed up?
he never did. Y'all had me covered with stuff by that time.
Okay. I'm trying to remember.
Let me ask you this. After you and Justin were both arrested, there was some contact between you and Justin in the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about that, what was said as it relates to this case.
Well, he shot me a kite, said that, you know, just keep it. We were shooting kites back and forth. And that's when I found out that Antoinette was trying to blame everyone of this on me. And she shot him a kite, you know, what the hell, you know what I mean, what's going on? Because Cheryl told him about Chris wearing a wire, and she didn't want to tell me for some reason. And we were just communicating back and forth. And then he shot the last kite he shot me. He said, well, we didn't do nothing and stick to it. You know, so I flushed that, and that was the last time I talked to him except for, you know, say what's up. That was it. We were just shooting the kites back and forth, just talking, you know, what's going on with him and me, because we both got their other charges, and, you know.
What do you think? Why do you think Antoinette is trying to pin it on you?
I couldn't tell you. I know I couldn't tell you.
She put some definitive involvement with you hitting Scott.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I couldn't tell you, man. I know her and I dated, you know, a couple of years back for a month or two, and I know they were highly jealous. Both of them were highly jealous of Cheryl and I's relationship. But other than that, I mean,
I think the statement was that everything was fine until you showed up, and you made matters worse.
maybe Justin was trying to prove something to me. I don't know.
No, she's saying that the level of violence increased on your behalf.
I didn't touch the guy.
Never touched him,
Never touched him.
other than putting him in the trunk.
No, I've never touched him.
You and Justin called each other brothers?
Yeah, we used to be real tight.
What's used to be? Give me a time frame.
Well, he whacked me with the machete for the beginning of 2013. So I was about right before then.
He whacked you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a scar?
Yeah.
Why'd he whack you?
There was drugs in the house that he wanted. I was at work. Cheryl was at the house. I had another buddy of mine, mutual friend, staying in the middle room. He was down and out on his luck. Well, I guess throughout that day, he went and got a bunch of cocaine and crack, and I guess there was a bunch of drinking involved throughout the day. By the time I got off work, Cheryl was there. She was like, be ready. You know, I was like, what's going on? She was like, man, JB's been in and out trying to get into the bed in the middle room. Everyone's really drunk. Everyone's fucked up, blah, blah, blah. So about that time, I went around back to take a leak. I came to the front of the house, and there was just a damn machete. And Cheryl was right in front of her. I pushed her out of the side. He whacked me. We went at it a few times until I realized my face was flayed open. And then I went inside. You know, after I told Steve, buddy, in a wheelchair, I told him to call the ambulance. You know, so I can get stitched up. And by that time, he left. The dude in the middle room left with him. So I went to the hospital. Then I found out that.
When did that happen?
When?
Yeah.
2013, you said?
Yeah, beginning of 13.
Okay.
I just got out of jail.
Did you go to Florida Hospital down there?
Yeah, it's right outside Flagler, but
Okay.
no.
Got out of jail for what charge?
It was violation of probation.
What were you on probation for?
It was what's that charge? I got into a fight alongside JT's.
We can look it up. I'm just trying to get a time frame so we know. So you had just gotten out of jail on the violation of probation?
Right.
Okay. What was your sentence on that? Were you sentenced?
I was sentenced to 59 days.
Okay, so it was the sentence that you were released from. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to court, got it's extension. I turned myself in a couple weeks later. Did 59 days just to squash it all. But when I was in the hospital, that's when Cheryl called me. She was like, Dan, I found out exactly what it was about. And I was like, well, hold it till I get there. You know, I'll check it out when I get there. By the time I got home, it was early morning. She brought me a package of cocaine. You know, and this was what they were looking for. You know, so that was the end of that.
And then y'all became
No, it took a while for that. You know, it took a couple of weeks. Tim and the one dude were working on the yard in the woods, in the yard right next to my house. They were pulling a camper out of there. I guess they were gonna junk it or whatnot. And it was hot out, so I jumped the fence, threw him 2 beers, and jumped back. I guess that was an invitation for him. So he started coming around a little bit, you know, waving a little bit, coming around a little bit. And then he needed a place to stay, so he showed up at my doorstep. I guess I couldn't say no to him.
Where was he staying after he hit you at Reed's?
Yeah, he was at Reed's.
So he was staying with Antoinette at Reed's?
Yes.
Is that before he got arrested for the domestic violence against her?
No, he had a place right across the street from where I live on Holly Road. We both lived in that for a while. Then my buddy moved into the place on 9 Holly. He was in a wheelchair, so I moved over there to help him out. You know, because he was just coming out of the hospital. He couldn't do much for himself. But them two lived there, and then he went to jail for the domestic. Then when he got out, they kicked him out of that house, so he moved in with Reed and Antoinette.
All right, what's your relationship with Justin since that last kite?
Nothing. Nothing.
No communication?
No.
What about with Antoinette since you've been arrested?
None.
Since you've been arrested, I'm asking. Nothing? No contact?
I haven't talked to her or heard from her. I mean, her sister tells me here and little bits and bits. You know.
And then your relationship with Cheryl?
Yeah, she calls me and comes to see me, or I call her. She puts money on the phone. I come to see her. She comes to see me. Sorry.
And just to make sure we're talking about the same people, when you reference her sister, you're talking about Antoinette and Cheryl. They're
Yes.
referred to each other's sister.
That's
Right.
right.
Okay.
The phone call. Do you know who that phone call was from? When he was inviting over, who he was inviting to come to Reed's house? Ryan?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because they were talking about it when they were arguing. She was telling him that he was just giving her rides. But Justin thought there was more to it because, he was calling her phone.
The phone was actually Reed's or was it Antoinette's?
I couldn't tell you that. She had it.
Reed ever wake up at all? Or come around at all? Even when you guys were in the house, does he come back and say anything? Does Antoinette go to try to get Reed at any point?
Not that I know of, no. I've never seen him the whole night.
JT's open during this incident?
Yeah, it might have been.
Was there any kind of band playing outside or anything like that?
No, I couldn't tell you.
Well, was Antoinette screaming so loud? Were you guys worried about somebody hearing her?
Yeah.
Were you able to hear the noise from the bar at all?
No.
So you couldn't hear any background noise from the bar where you got from Reed's house?
No, we would have heard something, but on a Thursday, no, there wasn't. So, no bands or nothing.
And you're sure you can't remember what's going on while you're out on Palm Coast Parkway without the Jeep and tow? Because you can remember that Ryan called, you can remember it's Thursday night, you can remember there's nothing going on, but you cannot remember why you take this car ride without the Jeep. Justin's not in the Jeep or in the Cadillac with you.
Not that I know of. Not that I know. Like I said, about that time.
That's a yes or no question, bro. That's not that I know of. You know if somebody's sitting next to you or not.
He was not with.
Because if he's with you, that makes sense.
Yeah, he was not with me.
So you don't have any explanation as to why you travel out Palm Coast Parkway to US 1 and travel back. You have no idea why you do this.
We could have gotten lost or mixed down.
Yeah, meaning if you're in the car together, I get that. Then yeah, but
we could have got separated. You know what I mean? He was in his Jeep, I was in a Cadillac. We could have got separated.
Well, you said you don't recall any time that you lost.
Yeah, I don't recall it. No, ma'am.
You remember what time you got back to Holly Road after you come back down A1A and you get back to the house? Remember what time that was?
No, sir.
Have any idea?
Not a clue.
But you're still you come back in the Jeep.
Yes.
When you walk in the house, you don't know if Cheryl's there or not?
Not offhand, no.
What about Antoinette?
No, not offhand. But she came there in the morning. I know that much. She had her bike outside and I can hear her voice.
So there's no conversation from the time you load him in that trunk, Scott, with JB as to what the plan was to do with him and his car. You just blindly follow him out to this dirt road, and you get to this dirt road and you have no idea what's going to take place.
I figured we were going to leave him there, yeah.
There's no conversation.
There's no conversation about
Not
it.
wipe the car down. There's not, or, you know what I mean? Wipe the car down. Get your stuff out of it. Nothing.
No, that's what I was going to do anyway. I was in the driver's seat,
Well, have you done this before?
No.
Because, I wouldn't know what to do. It sounds to me, if you're able to do things with very little or no communication at all, do I need to start looking at every burned up car in the state of Florida that you might have had a hand in? You know what I mean? And done it before? I'm not trying to be funny. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm trying to understand here is how you two can do this and not have any kind of communication throughout the process. You see what I'm saying? It's just a little unbelievable.
Right. But we didn't talk about it, you know? I just went in, I jumped in the driver's seat, he jumped in his Jeep, we left, and then when all that shit was said and done, I pulled over, just jumped out, started wiping the interior down.
Without, no instruction, that makes sense that you would do that, but he's not telling you, make sure you got everything, make sure you don't leave nothing in the car, or
right.
Was he not worried about it because he knows he's fixing to torch it?
He didn't mention nothing to me.
But the gas wasn't in the car. Was the gas can in the car when he picked you and Cheryl up at the start of this when he said he needed some help?
I didn't see it, but then again, I didn't check.
When the girls go to get beer, right? You send the girls to get beer. Are they to get gas too?
No, I just told them to go get beer.
Okay, do you know where they went to get the beer?
Not at the time, no.
Okay, you just know they went and got it.
Yeah.
What kind of beer did they buy?
Bud Light
Bottles, cans?
bottles.
Bottles. Did you buy anything else?
Yeah, they bought themselves margarita drinks.
Okay, those like limerita things?
Yeah, the strawberry daiquiri.
I got you.
Sweet.
So, when you first get there, it's daylight, right? And you don't leave till dark.
Right, it just got dark when we left.
How long do you think you're there?
I don't know, probably an hour and a half, maybe.
So, beer run, and what I would call torture, with putting cigarettes out and people, and cutting their ears off and stuff like this, and, putting the boots to them additionally. This just goes on for an hour.
Yes,
So you leave when it's just getting dark.
yes.
So where do you go from there?
There, I thought I'd follow the Jeep out. So I guess when I went to Palm Coast, and like I said, I thought I was following the Jeep.
Well, here's the issue. It's the Cadillac is on the cameras about, I think, 11:30, around almost midnight, with the phone records and stuff in the camera. So if you're leaving just before dark or just at dark, you spent a considerable amount of time somewhere else. So where is that?
I don't remember, man. Like I said, the Xanax are making me black out. I mean, I don't remember towards the end of the night.
I get the Xanax part of it. I get it. But I also know you think you got a dead body in the trunk. So I think you're paying a little bit more attention than you would like me to believe, I think. I mean, I get the Xanax thing about how you can have memory loss if you're that trashed. I get it. And I know, based on my contact with you that day, the following day, and Cheryl, you guys take partying to a whole nother level that I've never been at myself. But you still have a dead body in the trunk. You still help load a body that you think is dead in the trunk. You still set a car on fire with a body in the trunk. So I gotta believe that really burns an impression in your brain, for the lack of a better expression. That you can tell me what's going on a little bit better than you're doing. I mean, some of that stuff you're able to tell me, I think, with a lot of accuracy what happened. But you're leaving big chunks out. And I don't know if it's because you're trying to protect Cheryl or what's going on.
Maybe we stayed at the house longer, I couldn't tell you.
You just off with your time?
Yeah, it was just off the top of my head trying to figure out what, how long if we were there, or, you know what I mean? That's not me looking at a watch. We got there at it was going on sundown, a little bit before the sun started setting, and it was dark when we left, it was right after dark, I thought. I mean, there's no telling how long really we were there. I can't tell you exactly the time frame,
But no conversations before you set the car on fire. Any conversations back? Did you call back to the hammock at all and talk to Cheryl?
I didn't have a phone on me.
Did he call back and talk to Antoinette or anything that you're aware of?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
That's my major problem, is that there was Reed's phone, the one Antoinette used, was communicating with Justin's phone the entire trip when the Cadillac was going. And the Reed's phone was coming from the Cadillac. So, according to what you're telling us, it was you and Scott in the Cadillac at that time.
Yes,
So either you were talking to whoever's on the other side of Justin's phone, or Scott's talking to the other side of Justin's phone, or someone else is involved is in there with you.
No,
Because the phone calls went back and forth.
Oh, goodness gracious.
It's documented.
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's I want to say it's right around 8-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Okay.
At dark. We have him on video going to the store, Brian, exactly what he said. So we do have a definitive timeline on their movements.
I was just asking what time the store video would have the girls at the
store, and I just don't remember off the top of my head exactly what time they were in there. And I think he's off on his timeline. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to explore the possibility that maybe they did leave that early, and it's not the way we think it went down. When you start talking about leaving just before dark, that kind of changed the timeline as we understood it pretty dramatically.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you exactly what time it was, or the whole day we stayed busy and drinking.
Do you and Scott, or excuse me, Justin, ever have a conversation after this is over with? Obviously, we've talked to Antoinette. You guys are out in the Mondex. You guys ever get along one-on-one and talk about a strategy if you get interrogated, if you're scooped up? Or
Yeah, we did talk about what we were going to do, try and get ourselves out of it. You know, what can we do?
right, and what are the tell me what you talk about.
Just going to taking off, trying to get away.
Running.
You know, yeah, trying to go. We're trying to try and sell the Jeep, or trying to just, you know, figure we'd have more time, come up with some money or something, and just take off somewhere.
Right.
You know, trying to get away just trying to get away.
I need to know who was talking in the cars.
I'd love to tell you. I mean, like I said, I don't remember part of the car ride. There's parts of the car ride I don't remember. There's parts of the night I don't remember.
The girls go with you?
No.
You sure?
Positive.
Antoinette go with Justin?
No.
I mean, here's somebody, Justin just killed somebody because of jealousy. He would leave her behind by herself?
I didn't see nobody else in the Jeep. I mean, I would have heard her at least, you know what I mean?
Anybody ever talk about getting Scott help?
No.
Nobody. Nobody had any other concerns when he's propped up between Justin's legs, and we know he's alive because he's breathing and he's apologizing.
Yeah, the girls did mention, you know, they need to get him help.
Okay, did you guys ever think of it?
Yeah, I thought of it.
Did you ever do it? Did you ever,
No,
when the girls went to get beer, did you think they were going to call for help then when they were obviously separated from the...
I wasn't thinking about that then. You know.
Yeah. Okay, my thought process is that if something registered, you realize that maybe he's close to death based on the swelling and the bleeding and stuff like that and the abuse that he's taken. Then, you know, at some point you could have maybe stopped it. Did anybody try to stop it and go a different way?
No.
And did we not stop it because we didn't give a rat's ass, or did we not stop it because of what Justin made? His reaction would have been to trying to help this guy out.
Well, I didn't. I don't know. It happened so quick, and yeah, that's just the tension in the air. You know what I mean? I didn't want to say nothing at the time. You know.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk at the time. It was just like I said. It was stunning. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It stunned me. You know.
I agree. When the cigarette's put out in the back of his neck, Scott call out then in pain?
Not loud. It just muffled oof or ouch. You know.
Okay, so he did respond to that. So we know he was alive then when his cigarette's put out. But when he cuts off a piece of his ear,
there was no sound.
No crying out or anything like that. And when he cuts off his ears, he's sitting on the ground between Justin's legs, so Justin's behind him.
Yes.
Okay, and you know he comes out with the knife, so he very well have easily reached down to the belt and got the one that you saw clipped on his belt at that point from that positioning that you're describing.
Right.
And does he cut the whole ear off?
I couldn't tell you. Like I said, I didn't think it really happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just, you know, I just didn't think.
It's kind of weird, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of sadistic, man.
Yeah. Well, did you think it was a level of torture that was going on, or did you think that it was this 1-2 punch? You knew it had to be more than that, because like you said, ain't nobody going to die from that unless they go down, and we have had incidents where people have died as a result of a punch, but usually they hit their head when they go down on a curbing or something. So you think was there a level of torture going on here from him that you were witnessing, or,
Yeah.
you know, an ongoing beating, like it wasn't just, you know, one incident. It was obviously something that took place before you got there. Now you show up, I mean, he's stomping on him, you know what I mean, putting the boots to him. Is there a level of violence that just keeps going and going until?
He was, every time you get agitated or something, you know, would happen, he'd go over, you'd kick him or hit him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then it'd stop, and then you'd think it's going to stop. Then next thing you know, you'd do it again. You know?
So other than putting the boots to him, stomping him, does he punch him?
That was about the only thing I seen, man, because Scott was on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he just put the boots down.
He kept kicking.
Yeah.
And then at one point he puts a cigarette out and he cuts a piece of his ear off. Other than that, you see any kind of assault or abuse? That's it.
Yeah.
And obviously when Antoinette's told to hit him, she refuses.
Yes.
Obviously Cheryl doesn't participate in this in any matter. So, okay. I can't think of anything else really. I'm going to be honest with you though. I think there's some big pieces you're leaving out. You know what I mean? Just because just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? And obviously, that's something for Gary to talk to Jackie about. You know, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you're saying that we can corroborate. You know what I mean? That you said that we have other, you know, evidence to support what you're saying. But that car ride is going to be a hard one, and the phone calls, because there's definite communication between Reed's phone and Justin's phone, and one of those phones is at US 1 in 95, which is right where Charlie T's is, like you said, and the others in the hammock and stuff like that. But so obviously we'll have to try to iron that out later.
Yeah, let me think about it. Like I said, by that time I was in the fog, man.
I understand. I mean, I just want you to understand that, you know, there's certain times in your life that you remember days, and, you know, some of those are like the day you get your wedding day, you know, birth of children. I don't know if you have any, but I can certainly tell you everything from each one of my kids. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I would think that if I'm involved in something, like you said, as bad as this, then I'm going to be able to tell you pretty much, you know, everything that took place. And that's been my experience too. Then I've sat down with other people that have been involved in similar situations. You know what I mean? And if they're 100% on board and being honest, they remember stuff pretty clearly because it's significant. Like you said, you were all, you know, you could feel it palpable, right? The tension was palpable. And so even with the drugs and the alcohol, you know what I mean? Something like that happens, you know what I mean? You kind of wake up, you know what I mean? You kind of catch I don't want to call it catching the second wind, but there's a mechanism, adrenaline or whatever it is. You kind of wake up and you really pay attention to what's going on.
And by the time I got in the car, man, all that was, you know, I was by myself, so it just kind of went away.
Yeah, but the pucker factor, for the lack of a better expression, you're riding around with a dead body in the trunk, what you believe to be a dead body in the trunk. You know, I would be out of my mind. You know what I mean? I would be not riding around for sure. You know what I mean? I'd have a plan, a definitive plan when I left Reed's house, exactly where we're going and exactly what's going on. Now, when I got there, if something changed, meaning that, you know, oh shit, there's the police sitting there, or hey, there's a truck unloading a bunch of furniture, or you're in a location where there's activity, and that changes, then sure, then we regroup in front of the school. But then there's another definitive plan. You see what I'm getting at? Right. And you're saying there's not. You kind of, you know, telepathically communicate. And that's why I was asking you about, if you haven't done this before and you have no experience in doing something like this before, then how are we able to get through this without having some form of communication?
Well, like I said, man, it does make sense to me having a phone and him having a phone.
Right.
It does. You know, right now, what I could think of is we probably did. I probably did have a phone. He had a phone. Maybe we got, you know, lost or
separated, right? For whatever reason, you catch a light, he doesn't catch a light. Those kind of situations.
Like I said, I don't even know. I framed up a lot of Palm Coast.
Right.
But I still get lost back there. You know.
Right.
It's just.
Oh, you grabbed the phone stuff?
Mm-hmm. That's Reed's, and then the other one's JB's.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to be able to explain this to him in a manner that he's going to be able to grasp it. This is what we're talking about, the phones. This is Reed's phone. The big circle here is the tower. Right. This is the tower, and the bigger circle tells you the range. That's how far the range is, right? So at this time, there's the car, and then there's this phone call here, right here, and then so you guys are within this circle.
That's the last call between you.
That's the last call. So there's a phone call from Reed's phone out here in close proximity to the body. Okay, and that's the last call, and then I believe his call. He's receiving that call. Which one is him?
This is.
Yeah, this is Reed, but where's his phone at when this call? Because it's not on the map. This is just on the tower.
Some of them are routed. So we have, starting at
11:10.
11:10. I mean, we still have here. We have JB to Reed's, JB to Reed, JB to Reed, JB to Reed, Reed to JB, hits voicemail, JB to Reed, JB to Reed. Reed to JB, Reed to JB, Reed to JB, Reed to JB, JB to Reed, Reed to JB, Reed to JB.
You can't remember making all these phone calls?
I probably got lost if I did have a phone. Yeah.
And then these are all like voicemail. It's so the last call was in St. Augustine when you two were together. And that's why I say to you, they're back and forth. It's not just one person calling the other one. They go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then when we look at the Cadillac on the red light cameras, we see the path that takes, and lo and behold, it's the same one as Reed's phone. So we know Reed's phone is traveling in the Cadillac.
Correct. So that means I had to have Reed's phone.
Well, makes sense, right?
Yes. I had to have Reed's
So what in the world are you guys talking about?
Probably where we're going. Where we're going to wind up, where we're going. Probably, like I said, we probably got it sounds right. I got lost, where we got separated. From the back and forth, I probably was panicking, got lost. That's why I was all out in Palm Coast riding around. I probably got separated from them, and I got lost.
What'd you do if you had a phone? What do you think you did with the phone after the car's burnt? You're back in. Did you leave the phone there with the Cadillac to be burned, or did you bring it back?
I might have. That, or I probably gave it back to JB because it wasn't my phone.
Would you have given it back to Antoinette?
No.
Gary has to be in court in Putnam at 1:30.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and stop. Gary and I will talk more.
Yeah, let's chat for a couple of minutes. Let's take a break, and then I'll catch up with you guys and
Okay.
go from there.
I'm going to turn that off then so you guys can talk. This is yours.
Thanks. You don't need him to sign that.
Oh, yeah. We might as well put it in with the other one, right? I just saw that. Put the date again. It's July 7th. It's now 12/11.
And I'll give you the other one because I didn't bring my bag back in.
7/7.
Yes, sir. 14. 7/7/14 is 12/11.
What do they do since it's noon now and he missed lunch?
He'll get lunch.
He will.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. He's not going to miss him.
Okay.
All right.
All right, give me just a couple of minutes.
Sure.
We'll catch up with you.
In 2014, Charles Massey agrees to testify against Justin Boyles as part of a plea deal. In return, Massey is allowed to plead no contest to a lesser charge of second-degree murder. Before the deal is finalized, prosecutors want to ensure Massey is telling the whole truth and question him one more time. The interrogation begins with a shocking revelation.
Yeah. Probably a stupid question, but how is it going? Sucking?
Yeah,
it is what it is, right?
Sucks, man.
All right. Have you had any contact with Gary since the last time we came over and sat down and talked?
Yeah, when I went to.
Just when you pled and took care of that? Yeah, okay. Let me start by saying I'm sorry. I heard about Cheryl. I'm really sorry about that. It's I didn't even know. I found out through other depositions and interviews. So I was like,
Sorry about her having cancer.
Well, I found out about that, but then I found out she passed away in October, and I didn't know that. I knew about the cancer.
Me neither.
How'd you find out?
I knew about the cancer. I didn't know she passed away.
You mean I just told you?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God! Oh, I'm sorry. I thought somebody would have called you. The daughter didn't call you or nobody like that?
I've been trying to get a hold of him for the past couple months.
Holy shit, dude! I am so sorry. I had no idea. I figured for sure that Kayla would have, told you. What did you know about the cancer? Because I only knew she had cancer in her tongue, and that she was getting treatment and stuff for that, and that hopefully it was going to work out. That's why I was a little surprised when I heard that she passed away.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. They said it almost killed her when she first found out, and she went through the chemo and shit like that. They weren't sure if they were going to keep it or if it was going to go away or not, or if they got it all. Or
Right, I got you.
Once they open it up, it spreads.
Sure.
I know her mom died of cancer.
Okay.
Back when I believe. But,
Is that why that she had it on her tongue or throat, right?
Mhm.
That's why she kind of talked funny at times. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, again, bro, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I thought No, like I said, I just found out the other day. I had no idea. If I'd have known sooner, I could have got a word to you. But I thought that Kayla and people were still coming to see you, so I figured they would have let you know something on that.
Yeah.
Well, it's October. October 23rd at home. She passed away at home on October 23rd. So, It's been a while. What do you think happened when she stopped showing up? Were you curious, or you just figured she got tired of coming to see you through plate glass or on a telephone, or what?
No, she said she wasn't going to be able to make it to see me.
Right.
She was having a hard time because of this stuff, and you know, we were keeping contact. I was getting a letter from her at least once a month.
Right.
And I think it was last time actually she said somebody set an appointment to see me last month.
Okay.
And they just never showed up. So I think that was probably Kayla.
Right.
Come to see me, but she probably just couldn't.
Gotcha.
Something. But
all right, man. Well, I don't want to dwell on that because I'm sure it's pretty a shock. I thought you knew, or I wouldn't have dropped it on you like that. I would have been a little bit more sensitive in the approach, but I thought for sure, since it happened so long ago, that you were aware of it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, you obviously know why I'm back this morning. I think you know that when we sat down back with your attorney and state and myself, you know, I had the opinion that, and I still hold the opinion that there's more information that you can provide that's relevant to the case. And that's why I'm here today.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've talked to the state attorney, you know, and your deal hinges on cooperation 100%, not 80, not 70, or not 60.
Yes.
You know, and I always thought that some of the reasons why you may have been guarded, and I might be wrong in this is just my thinking, but some of the reasons you may have been guarded in the information because you were afraid to expose Cheryl to some kind of criminal charge or something like that. So, you know what I mean? That's what I thought. Now, I'm not saying I'm right or I'm wrong. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that's, in my mind, that's what I was thinking, that you were guarded because maybe Cheryl knew a little bit more, or you didn't want to implicate Cheryl in more of the events that took place that night. Okay? But I can tell you before, you know, that I don't think that you'll ever convince me that you guys just by happenstance end up on that dirt road. I think you guys had to have some conversation about what to do with the body before y'all depart out there. You know what I mean? You just can't go blindly off and ride around with the body. So you'll never sell me on that. You know what I mean? So I think there's some more information that you can provide. You know what I mean? And if I think I'm going to tell Jackie after we talk today whether or not I still believe you're withholding or not. I don't know if that's going to have any bearing on what goes on. I don't think it will. I'll be straight with you. You know what I mean? But I've been doing this a long time, and I don't mean just homicide, but police work for a long time, over 20 years. You know what I mean? And there's things that let people know that have been doing it for a long time that there's still more information that a person has that they just don't want to give for whatever reason. You know what I mean? And I got to try to hopefully that you will, you know,
I'll tell you as much as I know. You know, it's all I can do.
All right. Well, tell me what. Let's just start from the beginning, right?
Right.
Meaning, let's just, instead of me just hitting what I think you know more about, let's just go through it together one time, okay? And then if we get in an area where I think you're still not being 100% on board, you know what I mean? Then I'll let you know about that. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Start off, yeah. Justin and I, we were riding around that day working, you know, making just odd little jobs, tightening up odd little jobs. Excuse me. And we drank a lot that day. You know, from going to Flag and shit, we finished off a little bottle of Jaeger, and we were drinking beer all day.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the bar, sat there, had a couple beers. You know.
You think you were drunk at that time?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were both drunk. Yeah. Well, after we mowed the lawn, I went home. Yeah, I guess he went to go see Antoinette, but he never showed up. You know, right off the rip.
So you go to the bar, have a few beers, you go and do a lawn after the bar.
Right around the corner from my house.
Okay.
Then we parted from there. I guess he went over to go see Antoinette. I went home.
Did he get called by Antoinette?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, so
I was on the lawnmower. I was mowing the grass.
How do you know that's where he went, though?
Just.
You didn't at that time. You didn't know where he went.
At that time, I didn't know where he went.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
So he goes somewhere.
Yeah, he took off, went somewhere. I can't. Sorry, I don't know exactly where he went.
Right.
I wasn't with him.
Right.
But he went, and I went home. I sat down on the couch, relaxed for a few minutes. I said I had a good buzz on. I was talking to Cheryl, and we were making plans for the night. I was going to take her out to dinner. And that's when Justin came by, said, I need your help. And that's when we jumped in the car.
All he said is, "I need your help."
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I need your help in a bad way. Come on, I need your help." I jumped in. I was like, "Yeah, what's going on?"
Daylight out?
Yes.
Okay.
And he wouldn't tell me what was going on the ride over. You know,
What were you in?
in his Jeep, the
Okay.
Cherokee.
Okay.
Well, we pulled up at Reed's house, and then we jumped out.
Who's there?
I was in the front. Justin was driving. Cheryl was in the back.
Okay.
And we jumped out. He wanted to bring us to the fence, and when we went to the fence, there was damn, my mind's pretty fucked up right now. There was Scott laying on the ground, and the internet was sitting over him. Scott was bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Justin turned around and said, "Holy shit, man, I thought I killed him." You know, then we were talking for a few minutes as we were walking back to him. He was like, "Well, she must have bring him back or whatever." Gave him CPR. Then we got there, and them two started arguing and fighting. And I believe Justin hit him a couple times.
What do you mean? Hit him how?
Just kicked him.
So while he's laying down, Justin kicked him a couple times to where?
He was just walking by, he was kicking him. Them two were arguing.
Right. So if Scott's laying on the ground, Antoinette and Scott are standing up next to him arguing, or are they way away from him?
JB and they were standing right over the top of Scott arguing.
So and then he would get frustrated and turn and just kick Scott.
Yeah, he turned and kicked Scott.
In the face? You see him kick him in the face?
No, I think it was in the groin.
In the groin?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we sat around talking, or they sat around arguing.
What did you and Cheryl do while they were standing there arguing?
We were just standing there, didn't know what to do. You know, didn't know how to approach it, didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, didn't know what exactly was going on. And we tried again. They were telling us a little bit about what happened. That JB come there, or Antoinette called JB. That's when they were starting to explain a little bit of what was going on.
Okay.
JB told us, you know, they were saying that Antoinette or Scott came over, bugging Antoinette, banging on the door, wouldn't leave. She called JB because she was calling all day.
Right.
And then JB went over there, and he said it was just one of them lucky. He said it was when he come up here, he started charging, or Scott started charging at JB. JB turned around and said it was a lucky 1-2 punch, and he went down. But I mean, Scott was in front of that little trailer.
The camper thing.
The camper, yes.
Right.
Once you go through the door. So I mean, I don't know how that would work if he was by the door, he said, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he said then like I said, we just sat there talking for about, I don't know how long, because conception of time is a little fucked up.
Right, but it's daylight hours though,
yes,
right?
Yes, it's
Okay.
definitely daylight.
Okay.
So yeah, we sat there talking for a while.
When you say we, you mean you and
Everybody.
Cheryl, or now everybody is?
All four of us were sitting there talking.
And what's Scott doing while y'all were?
He was out cold.
So he was just on the ground out.
Yeah, he was on the ground out cold. You know, just,
Okay.
Yeah, just
By the camper.
Yes, by the camper.
Okay.
And that's when I decided, you know, well, fuck it, you know, we were all talking, everything was kind of calm. I told Cheryl and Antoinette, because Antoinette was down if she can get going. And
Oh yeah, I know. I'm familiar.
yeah. So I told Cheryl, I gave Cheryl some money. I said, here, go get us some beer, you know, go get some cigarettes and shit, and we'll figure this out.
Did you believe Scott to be dead at that time?
No, he was breathing.
Okay.
Yeah, he was breathing. He was breathing, but he was bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
And so Cheryl and Antoinette.
Hold on. Any one of the four you talk about getting them, Scott help?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So Cheryl and Antoinette went to the store. About that time, Justin and I would pick. Scott was moving around, starting to come through a little bit. Justin was yelling at Scott. They were, you know, he was just going off yelling at him.
Well,
why'd you fuck with my girlfriend? Why you know,
Okay.
why you sleeping with Antoinette and this and that? Why did you leave her alone? Like I told you. And so he started sitting up. So me and Justin, we picked him up on one on each side. We brought him to that back and sat him on the stoop next to in front of the door.
Okay.
You know, he was kosher and all that. Well, he got up and walked to the back a little bit, and he fell. And then Justin again started kicking him, hitting him.
When you say kicking him, was he kicking and punching him at this point then? You
Yeah.
said kicking and hitting him.
He bent down and gave him a couple punches
In the face?
Yeah. Then
Okay.
he mainly started stomping on him.
Did he stomp on his head?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so he's stomping on him. He's stomping him pretty good then, right now.
Yeah, he stomped him pretty good.
Why do you think he got so enraged again? Do you think Scott was trying to leave or something?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell you.
You try to stop him?
No.
Okay.
No.
Did you tell him to ease up?
Yeah, I did at one point in time. Yeah. No.
What was it? What was Justin's reaction? You tell him to ease up?
By then the girls were back.
Okay.
You know, then passed out beer, and then Scott was unconscious
again.
Yeah.
Now he's in the back though, laying on the back side of that porch. I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Behind the porch. The girls came back, you know, they started screaming, yelling about how Scott got moved. We told them, you know, we just picked him up and brought him here. I wasn't going to tell them that, you know, Justin was beating shit out of him again.
Right.
And then we all sat down. You know, I think the girls went inside. Told Cheryl to get Antoinette away from us. You know, she was just aggravating the situation, arguing, fighting with Justin. So it was just time bomb. You know, they were boiling at each other.
Sure.
So that's when I told Cheryl to keep Antoinette away. I figured, you know, maybe I can calm the situation down in time. You know, that's why I went, got the beer. You know, calm down.
Right.
You know,
trying to get everybody to chill out.
Yeah.
Sure.
So after a couple beers, Antoinette come out, or after the first beer or so, Antoinette come out, and she was just bitching and complaining, screaming on top of her lungs. And then they started telling exactly what happened about Antoinette going over there and about the Xanax.
Going over to Scott's?
Scott's, yes.
Okay, to get some Xanax?
Get Xanax. And then Cheryl said something about they had to stop by because I asked them what took them so long.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, well, she stopped by Scott's house. And I was like, well, you got Xanax, you know, give me one. You know, I mean, what the hell? And she pulled out a package full, you know, handed it about.
So they got that from Scott's house?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
That's what they told me they went got.
Okay.
So they crushed up a bunch, and we're snorting them inside. Justin and I were talking again outside. They went back inside, and we all went inside for a time. Snorted a couple lines.
You mean all 4 years?
Yes.
So all 4 years at some point are inside Reed's house and Scott's outside.
Scott's outside. Yeah.
Okay.
So we are. I don't know how long. I said time's a little fuzzy.
Well, let me ask you this: it's still daylight, or is it dark now? Is it getting dark?
It's getting dark. You know,
okay.
It's like twilight.
All right. And what about Scott? Is he still breathing again, or you're not sure?
He's still breathing because he got up again, sat up again, and got up, come over to the step. He was sitting down. That's when we come out. Justin and I came out. The girls were in there talking. You know.
So he actually got up again and was back on the stoop under his own power.
Yeah, but he'd get up a couple steps and fall.
So he was pretty messed up.
He was punch drunk. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, later on, I found out he was drinking moonshine and shit. So if I hit to the head or something, you know, wouldn't help him at all.
Right. Okay.
But he'd get up a couple steps and fall. You know, finally got him sitting up straight right in front of the porch, and that's when Justin straddled him. And, you know, I had beer, and I tried to hand him to me, you know, let's calm down and shit.
When you say straddle him, from the front or from behind?
Behind.
Okay, so he's sitting behind him with a leg on each side of him. Okay.
Yeah, that's when, so we just sat there talking and shit, and then...
Did Scott say anything?
Yeah, he was apologizing.
Okay.
And then Justin was going off asking him, well, how many times you sleep with her, and, you know, asking him questions, and, man, that's when Antoinette come out and started screaming and yelling again.
Mm-hmm.
And there was let's see here. Yeah, so after a while, I think that was when actually when we first got there is when Justin when he was up on when we first got there is when he asked Antoinette, told Antoinette to burn him because they were going to say that's I'm sorry. Let me back up, man. When we first got there, Justin, after we were all talking over Scott, that's when Justin told Antoinette to kick him or, you know, hit him because we can say that he was hitting her or something like that. They were trying to make an excuse why Scott was knocked out and on the ground bleeding.
I gotcha.
That's where the cigarette burn came in. That's when Justin started hitting him, and you know, that's when all that
When
happened.
you first got there?
When we first got there, yeah.
So who burned him with the cigarette?
Justin did.
And he burned him with a cigarette, why?
Because Antoinette wouldn't go through with kicking him and hitting him to make it look like she was
a victim of domestic violence or some kind of assault herself.
Right.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm sorry.
That's
like
all right.
I said, it's been almost 2 years.
I know, it's been a while. Yes, it has.
So, yeah, so after all that, we're sitting in the back, and Antoinette's coming out, and she's frantic, screaming and yelling, saying she never slept with him and this and that, which, everyone knows was bullshit.
Right.
So finally, Cheryl come out. I got to stand. Cheryl come out. She went back. I got him back in the house,
Mm-hmm.
And then I sat down with Justin, and we were talking. I was like, well, what are we going to do? 'Cause by this time, I'm, it ain't going right.
Sure.
Everything's stressful. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know how to stop anything,
Right.
I didn't know what to do. So he was like, well, I got this. I was like, well, man, look at the man, why the fucking we're going to get in trouble, attempt to murder at least, man. The dude up, his whole face was swelled up, was swelled shut, purplish shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I was asking him, what are we going to do? How, what? I was beside myself. I didn't know how to react at that point.
Yeah.
So he's like, I got this. He's like, I got this. It's like, all right, whatever. Put faith in him. Let's see what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So after a while, I guess that's when the beer and the alcohol and shit kicked in. He started getting really fucking, just out there. That's when he poured the beer over his head, over to Scott's head, and tried to make him drink a beer. And he had a knife on him, the Scott's knife that he took. I took off of Scott when I first got there.
So you saw a knife on Scott and you took it off
him?
him?
Yeah, I took it off Scott, just so it,
What did you do with it and you took it off him?
I put it in my pocket. And
Okay.
then Justin, when we were sitting there, Justin asked for it, so I gave it to him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he started. He cut off a piece of his earlobe and ate it. And
What the hell let me ask you, what were you thinking when you saw Justin do some shit like that?
Didn't know what the to do. It didn't compute at first. It didn't register what the fuck happened.
Right.
It's all stuff. And you can't have just done that.
Right.
Because first he put it in his ear and he cut it, saying he had an earring right there or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just cut the earlobe, just to fuck with Scott, I guess, hurt him. And then after that, he just cut the chunk off and ate the son. I mean, what would you do if you saw someone eat someone's ear? Piece of an ear,
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
You,
It would, for sure.
After everything that was happening that night, it messed me up. I didn't know how to, now after that, I was speechless. I didn't know how to go about do anything then.
Right.
And after that, Justin calmed down a little bit. I forget what the conversation was about that point in time, but at that point in time, it's dark. And then Justin and I he was like, well, I got this, I know where to go. You can put them. I was like, all right, whatever, I didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I just followed along with them. Well, we got the girls back inside. They were calm. They were sitting next to each other. Everyone was fucked up. Xanax were kicking in.
So they were in Antoinette's room in the back of Reed's house. Okay.
Back, yeah. So about that time, Justin and I, went to the car, his Scott's car. I started it up. I opened the trunk up. He was like, all right, come on. We grabbed the legs. He grabbed the legs. I grabbed his arms.
Was he breathing?
Yeah, he was breathing.
Okay.
We put him in the trunk. About that time, I didn't know where we were going. We didn't discuss nothing. He was just like, follow me. I was like, all right, well, I'll get to the road. You go in front of me. So I jumped in the car. I thought he jumped in the Jeep. I tore out. I figured we were going through Palm Coast. Well, we must have at the stop sign. I was in the lead at the stop sign. I just made a right. But I wasn't thinking. I wasn't in the right state of mind. I made a right. I think he made a left. And that's when I started calling him. Once I got to Palm Coast, I realized he wasn't.
What phone were you calling him on?
He gave me his phone.
So you had his phone?
Yeah, he gave me a phone.
Right. So you had a phone?
Yeah, he had a phone. He took Antoinette's phone because some dude called him.
Yeah, tell me about that.
No, we were inside about that point in time. That's when we were in there doing lines. We were inside, and the phone rang, or there was a text message or something. JB grabbed Antoinette's phone, and he was reading it. He called someone back on it, and then told him, come on over. He was pretty pissed off about the dude.
You think you would have tried to kill that dude too?
He was going to fuck him up. Yeah, he was on a roll.
Okay.
He told me to be ready. I'm like, what the fuck, But yeah, so
So you go to the right, you think he goes to the left, and now you're calling each other on his phone.
Yeah, because I got lost evidently, man. Because I don't know I know my way around Palm Coast, but I can get turned around easy back there, So that's when I was calling him frantically. Here I am riding around.
That where you went and ended up on going through the Palm Coast Parkway and all that across the bridge. You went across the toll bridge, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then, like I told you, you're on camera going and coming back. That's just you in the car?
Yeah.
Nobody's with you?
Nobody's with me.
Scott's in the trunk? And you're calling?
Justin, see where the hell he's at.
Okay, so how do you guys relink up? Obviously, you communicate with him on the phone at some point?
Yeah. He coasted me to behind a school there, out by in the back of Palm Coast there. I don't know the name of it.
Describe the school to me.
It was fairly new looking. It was the high school.
Okay, so it's red brick?
Yeah.
So
it's a big fence around it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's old. That's old.
It's
Matanzas High School.
Yeah, it's where that old cut through used to be. Dirt road way back when,
Okay, so you go back there behind the school?
Yeah.
Is that where he tried to guide you to via phone?
Yeah, he told
Text
me.
or by an actual conversation?
He was telling me, which way to go, how to get there.
Okay.
And when we pulled up, he was coming from the other way. He must take US 1 around. That's why I figured he went north and I went south. Because he come in through US 1 side. I was coming out through Palm Coast.
Okay.
So we backed up, we were talking, and I was like, dude, I was frantic. Didn't know what to talk to. He goes, all right, come on, man, I got this, come on. So I followed him.
Okay.
And that's where we wound up. We wound up in the middle of the woods.
So how do you, what happens when you get out there on the dirt road?
I followed him out.
You're in the actual Scott's car.
Yes.
So what happens when you get out there on that road,
He stopped. I got out,
he parked in front of you?
Yeah, he stopped in front of me.
Okay.
I got out, took my shirt off. I figured we were just going to leave him there, So I started wiping down the interior. I didn't want my prints on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I grabbed my shirt. Then I seen him come out, and he turned his Jeep around to face out.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time I got done wiping it down, I walked back to the Jeep and I looked back, and that's about the time he was coming back with the gas can. I was like, I didn't know what the fuck. So I sat there. I sat there in the front seat. I got out, started walking back towards him. That's when he lit the gas and he come running back. I don't know. I think we passed each other or something. Then when I jumped back in, I was frantic now. Now it's fucking over.
Mm-hmm.
I jumped back in the passenger seat. I kicked the anvil looking thing, and I looked down, what the fuck is that? I've never seen it before. And he goes, don't worry, he didn't feel nothing.
Did you see him open the trunk out there?
Yeah, he was standing behind it when I first got out and started walking to
so
the Jeep.
he opened up the trunk to check on Scott?
Yeah.
Did you see him hit him with that anvil?
No, I did not. But I seen him, he was bent over inside the trunk. Then he shut the trunk, and that's when he walked back.
But you don't know if Scott's dead or not?
No.
And when you put him in the trunk, he was alive?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the only basis that you're basing on that Scott was dead after the fire started is the face on Justin saying, don't worry, he didn't feel nothing.
Yeah. He said he hit him with the thing and crushed his head, and said he jammed it halfway through his skull.
Okay, so that's what he said to you?
Yeah. He said, don't worry, he ain't gonna feel it, he's dead. I hit him.
Well, be careful. Think now. What exactly did he say?
He said we looked at each other when I kicked it and asked him about it. He said, and I looked back and the car was aflame. We were talking about it. He said, no, I used that. I put it halfway through his skull.
Okay.
I caved in his head. He's dead. He ain't gonna feel nothing.
Okay.
That was the fire.
So after you leave, what happens?
When we leave, we hit the roads. I said I was in a daze.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't talking. I don't remember much of a conversation by that time. I remember I told him there's no way in hell we're going to get away with it. I remember saying that. It was stupid. But we got to the thought it was US 1 there. We had a flat. Pulled over, changed the tire. Went to the gas station there on US 1 and 207, I believe it is, or 206 rather, the first gas station.
Right there by the barbecue place? The little barbecue place out front? Okay.
Yeah, we stopped there, got a few dollars in gas. And then we hit, I believe we hit A1A back.
So you wanted to cross 206, cross the drawbridge, then turn around and went down through the hammock that way?
Yeah.
Through Marine Land and all that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did what did you guys do with the phones? Remember, you had a phone, he had a phone.
Yeah, I gave mine back to Justin that morning.
The following morning?
The following morning, yeah. I gave it back to him because I think, I don't know if he gave Antoinette's phone back to hers or whatever, you know. It wasn't my phone. I gave it back to him.
Okay.
And then him and I we crashed out. You know, I slept. I just passed out on the couch when I got there. When I got home, I don't even remember walking through the door, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I woke up to Antoinette, and Antoinette's she was real frantic, screaming and shit like that out front. I got up, and Cheryl was out there with Antoinette, and what the hell's her name? Stephanie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were all just her and Cheryl and them were having coffee. And I went back in, you know, they were talking. I was like, you know, girl shit, you know, I had nothing on my mind about that point in time. I didn't know where to start, what to do, you know. But I went in, brushed my teeth, washed up a little bit, came out, and Cheryl and Antoinette were gone, so I was talking to Stephanie for a little while. And then I went inside. Cheryl and Antoinette came back. I went out there and dumped shit in the fire pit.
They used Stephanie's car?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's when I looked and saw what they had, and I figured, you know.
What did they have?
They just had a bunch of tin of dirt. You know, they were scooping up dirt and leaves and some rags, I think a cinder block or something like that, and just shit that had blood on it, what I gathered.
Mm-hmm.
Neither one of them knew what was going on at that point in time.
They didn't know where Scott was?
No, they asked, you know. Cheryl pulled me aside. I wouldn't say nothing, you know. Guess JB never told Antoinette. But they did ask. They didn't know nothing at the time. But you can tell they knew something was up.
Right.
But I guess Antoinette went over to Scott's house in the morning, or I don't know what happened, you know what I mean? I wasn't in the conversation, so I'm only guessing at that point in time. But about that time, Cheryl and Antoinette, they pulled for dumping shit in there. I seen what was going on. I grabbed a little gas can, fired the fire pit up again. We were talking. Stephanie came back. She was talking to me, and she looked in the fire pit. She just looked at me. I was like, "You got to go." You know, I told her, "Man, I don't want you. You know, you got to go.
Yeah.
Get her out of there because I didn't want her involved. You know,
Sure.
She's got a little girl. She didn't need to be involved." I was kind of pissed they actually took her car, you know. But so they come back. I think it was their second or third trip or whatever. You know, by this time, as soon as they got out, I guess they cleaned up the car.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie hops in and hauls ass, and you know now they're frantic. You know, now they figure something really did happen.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say nothing. Justin wouldn't say nothing.
Justin's awake during this too?
Yeah, he come out towards the end.
Okay.
Yeah, him and I don't know when exactly. I think I went in and fell back asleep on the couch at some point in time because I woke up. I don't know if before they took the car back or before Stephanie left or they took Justin's car. Somehow Cheryl and Antoinette went across the bridge and got a handle of liquor. And that morning when I woke back up, you know, they had a bottle of liquor when they coming through the door. I was like, oh shit, so we got drunk. You know, we all got drunk. And that's about time when y'all showed up.
That night?
Yeah, that night.
Mm-hmm.
That Friday, I think it was. Friday night
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
So then what happens after, obviously we're there, you and I talked that night, and I talked to Cheryl, and I think it's state attorney investigator talks to Justin, and Antoinette, my understanding, was in the house, even though y'all said she wasn't.
Yeah, Cheryl went passed out in the little bed there for the buddy in the wheelchair that was living with us. And Cheryl passed out. You know, we went through that bottle in like 2 hours, you know, just slamming shit, you know. But Cheryl passed out. Antoinette when she gets drunk, she gets violent. You know, her and JB, you know, they used to beat the shit out of each other, what I gather. But yeah, she was pissed off, I guess, that Cheryl passed out. So she went to, you know, hit Cheryl, and I was like, what the fuck? you know, I woke Cheryl up. It's like, girl, the girl, sister's about to fuck you up, you know. Well, they jumped up, she jumped up, and they fought. They scrapped on the floor, and, you know. We finally got them apart. Everything, that's when y'all did come.
Right.
And, Justin and I, we knew something, you know, Antoinette was just beside herself, screaming, yelling, crying, and whatever. And
How did y'all get her to get quiet before when we rolled up?
told you the police were out there.
No, she just got quiet.
She shut up.
She had enough, huh?
Yeah, she actually did. She shut up real quick, you know.
All right. So what happens obviously I know what happens when Antoinette gets over to me, and you're not there for that. So when we leave that night.
When you leave that night, we went in. We were talking about that time. They figured something. Now they know he was missing.
Mm-hmm.
So they were screaming and yelling before Antoinette could really sink into her head. Which I don't, like I said, I can't talk for somebody right now. I don't want to, you know.
Right. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
I don't want to put no words in nobody's mouth or nothing. But when we got her to go to the house to, just tell her, listen, you told her, and just go figure out what happened, so we can try and see what's going on. So we sent her home. About that time, me, Justin, and Cheryl, we kind of looked at each other like, this, let's get out of here,
Mm-hmm.
So we got out of there for the day. We hopped in the Jeep and we headed out to the Mondex.
To
Rob and
Wendy's.
Wendy's, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we headed out there. We had I think we stopped off, got some beer, by that time we were just up, between the night before and that morning with the bottle, we
Mm-hmm.
stopped and grabbed another 18-pack. And so we sat around, we sat there and drank. We spent the night because
Was Rob and Wendy there too?
Yeah,
Okay.
oh yeah. We sat there with them, because they told us to come by whenever, we helped them out a couple of times.
Okay.
Between them and the kids and them moving and shit, not having places or
Mm-hmm.
in between places. So we stayed there that night, got drunk with them, partied out a little bit. And then the next morning, we got up, said our goodbyes, thank you, jumped in the car, and went back to the house. That's when we found Antoinette there. Or no, I'm sorry. She called. She either called Wendy's phone or Justin's phone. I think she might even call Justin's phone.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure, but I believe them two did talk, and that's Justin was like, well, yeah, she's at the house. We need to go back and get her. Yeah. So we did. We all jumped in the Jeep, went back to the house. We were sitting there, and I was cleaning up the mess because inside the house was totally trashed from them two fighting. And it was just like a tornado run through it.
Mm-hmm.
So we started cleaning up a little bit, and that's when Antoinette was just off her rocker, totally gone, screaming, yelling, this and that about Scott being gone and dead and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't given no information, I was still beside myself, didn't know what to think, didn't know how to approach nothing, what to do, you're numb. I was numb at that point in time,
Sure.
Didn't know what to do. They've never been in this predicament or this situation.
Justin saying anything?
No, he just keep your cool, Dan, just keep your cool. And I was like, yeah, all right, man, I try, best I can. But, yeah, Antoinette, she was really, really, going off. Just totally off. She wanted to know exactly what happened, what we did, and details. And, Cheryl, she just looked at me, and I shook my head to her, and that was enough.
She knew you didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, she knew I didn't want to talk about it.
There was some information that came out during that they were being held against their will, Antoinette and Cheryl out there at the Mondays. Is that true?
No.
Justin allowed them to leave? Or?
Yeah, they went whatever the hell they went. Justin and I, we didn't leave, because we thought y'all were looking for us to begin with,
Right.
So we let the girls, here, go to the store. They went to the store at least twice a day. Once in the Mondex to go get beer and cigarettes, and then later on that night they'd take off to Benell for food for dinner or something. They were constantly on the run all that weekend.
The car being backed there at Wendy's and Rob's. What was the deal with that?
The Jeep?
The Jeep, yeah. Just trying to hide it?
Yeah, we had it behind the house there for a while. We just pulled around the back of the house. There's low trees and shit. We just parked it there, just out of sight, out of mind type thing. And then we found out Chris, Cheryl's son, was looking for Cheryl. So we know he knew the Jeep very well, and he knows Mondex. So we just that's when Justin decided to put it all the way back in the back there.
So he didn't want Chris to show up.
Right.
What was the thinking if Chris showed up?
Well, Chris made a point to I can't remember her name. Just keeps slipping from my name.
Wendy?
No, got one with the Mercury.
Stephanie.
Sorry, I'm
right.
I'm a little shot out right now. Stephanie come back to Wendy and Rob's house and said she ran into Chris, and Chris is worried about his mom. Once he finds out where she is, he's going to come there, Justin and I up, and just being this big macho motherfucker, But like I said, the girls, they did whatever they want. They weren't being held behind their will. We tried to keep as much from them as we could. I didn't want him to involve Cheryl. Antoinette, she's just so damn flaky. But so about the point in time, Justin and I, we went around, we were talking. It was like, it was the first street off. You get to Mondex, make a left, and it's right there. You can see the Jeep. We weren't hiding the Jeep. If you looked for it, you'd see it.
Right.
So that's when he decided to put it all the way in the back there.
Okay. All right. So then, what happens? Was there some conversation at some point about y'all leaving town or trying to leave town or getting some kind of
throughout the weekend, Rob got his pills, because that's how they make their money. I'm sure you know. Rob got his Dilaudid, so everybody's happy. We're all high, all fucked up. Well, Wendy was getting her Roxy's, and they go for a high dollar. So we were all thinking, because he was telling us that, he's ready to start over somewhere, Palm Coast and the hammock. There's nothing out there for him, they got kids, and kids are just stuck in the house all the time. So we were talking about going down south. I've got people down there. I lived down there before, I've got construction skills. I can always get a job anywhere.
So Rob and Wendy were thinking about moving, going with y'all.
Yes. Rob talked about using his money for a starter. Me, him, and Justin would go down there first. We'd get jobs, he'd float for free. But hell, we were thinking about just grabbing a tent and sitting in a tent for 2 weeks, until we got money up our job. We didn't want to get, rely on him for everything,
Right.
Well, we figured within 2 to 3 weeks we can come up and grab the girls and kids. By then we'd have all of us go in on the house, for a couple months until we all got established, and then we can,
go your own ways.
Right.
What happened with that plan?
Y'all came up.
So we just never happened because of
it was a bunch of talk, we'd all sit down and talk. Rob would come in. We all sit down and talk about it and get the last couple of days there, and it's about as far as it went.
Okay. Any conversation whether you were witness to with Antoinette and Justin about what happened or what didn't happen, or you think Antoinette's aware of what happened?
Yeah.
Because Antoinette's description is you watching you and Justin walk him out of the yard. He didn't walk out of that yard on his own power.
No.
And Antoinette's also described you as being the one that primarily stomps and does all that stuff to Scott. And do you ever put a hand on him other than to carry him out of the yard?
No, I did not.
Okay. Cheryl or anybody else hit him?
No.
Okay.
No, neither of the girls hit him. They
Right.
didn't.
Never any conversation about getting them any help? Not even from the girls when this is going on?
At first, when we first got there, that's when they were talking about Antoinette hitting. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. Thinking back right now, I wouldn't be surprised if they were talking about Justin hitting Antoinette and Antoinette hitting, Scott or something like that, just to make her look like the victim and a righteous,
Okay,
and they can call the police or the ambulance. Or
so the plan wasn't just to call and get him help. The plan was to try to make it look like Antoinette was the victim of some kind of assault from Scott, and then
Scott,
Justin just
being
intervened.
the hero, yeah.
And Justin being a hero.
Right.
So the phones, you gave the phone that you had, and you think you had Justin's, or you're not sure whose phone you had. Was
I
it a
couldn't
flip
tell
phone?
you.
Was it a flat phone? You know what I mean? Or did
I think
you have
it
to
was
flip
one of the
it?
ones that open up. I think it was Justin's.
I think it was a flip.
Yeah, it wasn't a flip, but they open up like long ways.
Oh, I got you. They kind of slide.
Yeah, it slides up.
You know what
and
happened
down.
to that phone after the fact?
Yeah, when we were out in Mondex, he took it apart.
Oh, he did. He just took
Yeah,
it apart.
He took it apart and trashed it.
Okay. What about the other phone?
One of the phones wound up in a burn pit that day, that Friday.
So that following day, when the guys are burning, when the girls are burning stuff from the yard.
Yeah, one I seen some. There was a phone in there.
Okay, so the phone got burned.
Yeah.
Any kind of weapon used other than him cutting a piece of his ear off? Any kind of pipe or bat or anything used, and put cigarette out and obviously stabbed him with a cigarette?
Yeah.
Did you consider what Justin was doing, torturing of Scott, or what?
Well, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you'd think. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you think is relevant that I need to know that I haven't asked you about?
About that comes to mind.
Okay. All right. Well, give me a second. How are you on coffee?
You want to figure my cup?
No, not at all. I'll get you a cup. Just sit tight, all right? You need to use the head or anything before I go around and get the cafe?
Yeah, sure. We'll do that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to carry those. Go to the right. Yeah. All right, real quick, want to just raise your right hand for me, buddy? Swear to affirm the statement you made is true, correct, best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to, here's a cigarette for when we walk over there to finish your coffee. You all right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I promise you I would have never laid it on you like that if I'd have known that you didn't know. I just thought, being that it was in October, that you were aware of it.
No, I knew something was going on.
Did you want me to try to reach out to Kayla or something to get her to come in and talk to you about it? I know it was peaceful at home. I think she actually was on hospice. You know, and he went home on hospice and just went to sleep kind of deal. So I know it was really peaceful and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't know any circumstances.
I'll write her.
Okay, yeah, because
I've read her a bunch of times, man. She had never returned my mail, so.
okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well, again, like I said, I apologize. I hated to be the one to drop that on you.
So I appreciate the information. I got a question for you.
Yep.
I thought Jackie Royce retired.
No, what she did is I just got off the phone with her. Tomorrow's her last day. She's not retiring. She is transferring out to go to, I think, private practice. And I think the state attorney that's taking over the case is Chris Miller. It doesn't change anything for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything that, you know, as long as you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to be what the agreement was, because she represents the state, not just herself. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you're fine now. But yeah, she is moving on back to personal practice.
So is that going to mess up the scheduling, or is that going to be?
I don't know what that's going to do for the scheduling. I don't know that yet. It could. In all reality, I would guess that it would take a little while longer. And the reason why, because that new attorney has to come in and familiarize himself.
Yeah.
I can tell you from this day forward, expect to be deposed.
Right.
Expect to have Justin's attorney sit down with you, with a court reporter, and take a deposition. You know what I mean? Where you're going to have to, unfortunately, tell what you told me again. Before that, we will, this is recorded. You know, our conversation was recorded.
Right.
We'll get you either a written copy of that so you can read it so you know what you said, or we'll let you watch it, watch the recording over so you can see what you said. And then that way you kind of prepare yourself like I do. When I go to depositions, I review what I write,
Right.
and I do so I can talk about it intelligently during depo. So we'll give you that opportunity. After that, I don't know what happens. Justin may decide he wants to take a plea, and that may expedite the process.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, Justin's in prison right now. He's not in Flagler. He's not in Putnam.
Really?
Yeah, they sent him over to DOC on the aggravated battery charge
Right.
on the guy from the hammock. So
Right.
he's over there, so he has to come back. You know what I mean? If it's going to be a trial or anything like that. You know, between you and I don't know if it's going to be a trial or not. You know what I mean? Obviously,
What are they trying to give him?
he's charged with first degree, obviously murder. So I think or maybe second. I don't remember, because it's been so long since I've actually, we've dealt with this. It took me a long time to get back to you because we've been busy. But I think he's looking at a life felony. I don't know that the state's going to give him anything that's not going to require him to spend the rest of his life behind bars.
Right.
I just think based on the facts and circumstances of that night and that day, and the brutalness and the way he, treated Scott, I don't know that the state would settle for anything less than that. You know what I mean? Or the family for that matter.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
Got another question for you. What Antoinette? She just walks.
I don't know if she just walks. She is she's still in St. Augustine. I haven't seen her. She actually met a guy who reminded me of Scott, an older gentleman that she was back affiliated with, and I kind of talked to him, and he already knew about everything. You know what I mean? And he said that he kind of distanced himself from her, but he was another one of those kind of a Scott guy. You know what I mean? A lonely old guy that she's kind of attached herself to. But no, I don't know. I think
she's done this before, to where she set people up for drugs and money.
Right. I can't say no. I think Jackie is of the opinion that she wants to charge Antoinette. I think the state is of that opinion, but it can't. It has to be done independent of certain things. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm not saying that at some point she won't. The family still asks that question all the time too, of the state. You know what I mean? If you ask me, do I think she should? Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think she's obviously.
Me and Justin. She called Justin and I up one time, right after she got arrested. I don't know if it was for her and her ex-boyfriend beating up a dude in front of Reed's house over pills,
right,
or something. I think it was her probation or something, but. She called Justin up. Justin and Cheryl went to her trailer. That's when she was living on Shady.
Mm-hmm.
Justin said, be ready. We don't know what we're walking into. So we walked in there. There was a dude sitting there. Justin, they were talking. You could see Justin was putting down muscle. The guy got up and left. Well, come to find out, that was her John. He paid her $300 to spend the night with her. Called Justin up to she didn't have to. To rob the dude, pretty much.
Right, gotcha.
So it ain't the first time she's went about doing this shit,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I will definitely continue. Like I said, I just got the phone with Jackie. Jackie's still there. She hasn't worked her last day yet. I'll talk to her about it. But it's always been our opinion that Antoinette at some point needs to be held accountable.
Right.
At some point. You know what I mean? I can't say that that's going to happen or it's not going to happen at this point. I think it's still a possibility.
Right.
No, I don't think any final decision's made on it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, let's
I had a
continue.
whole shit load what I was asking you, man, last time we seen each other, but I can't think of the damn one.
All right, well, listen, if you think of something, you can fill out an inmate request.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I will come back. I can come back over and get you in. We can have another conversation if there's something else you think of or whatever the case may be. But like I said, at this point moving forward, expect a deposition. Yeah, expect a depo from Justin's attorneys. And then from that point, after that happens, it may go rapid because he may decide to plead, or it may get drawn out because he wants to go to trial. So it may take the new attorney a little bit of time to familiarize himself with the case. Okay? All right, buddy.
Yeah, I'm still doing time. Don't matter.
Yes, sir.
Charles Danny Massey pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Justin J.B. Boyles was found guilty of second-degree murder and kidnapping. He was given 2 life sentences.